Good evening. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Friday night. We get a big thumbs up from Vince. Yeah. You know what that means. It's time for SciFridays. As always, I'm your host, the Captain, bringing you the best in sci-fi from years gone by. Along with the Vince. Come here, bud. All right. Who's the big guy? Nope, he is. He's the big guy. And you know what? Take time, spend some time with your kids. You're never going to regret spending time with your kids. What is it? Yeah, you never regret the time you spent. You only regret the time that you didn't. I think that's right. But, as always, SciFridays is brought to you by Are You Game, the best comic book, collectible, video game, magic, role-playing, collectible, toy store, and more. Located at 124 North Sunset Drive, Pickle, Ohio, 45356. You can come in now and witness the remodeling of the store. We now have a toy section we call the toy aisle. Not like you walk down an aisle, like you go sit in an aisle and you enjoy the island weather. Yes, that's right, the toy aisle. Now available at Are You Game. And hopefully, after this weekend, I'll have a bunch of Transformers too. Maybe not this weekend, but next weekend, but soon. So, buying another Transformer collection here soon. Buying another GameCube system here soon. So, we'll check that out. But, before we get to the end, because I always used to tell this at the end, Pickwick Comic-Con is coming back June 22nd and 23rd at the Knights of St. John Hall in Pickle, Ohio. I can officially announce our first guest, Jim Wynorski, from the director. Prolific director. He is the director of Chopping Mall. He is the director of Deathstalker 2. He's the director of Not of This Earth. He directed about every cheesy movie. Cheerleader Massacre. And for the softcore enthusiasts, the Bear Winch Project. He directed some of those, and the Witches of Brestwick. But he has directed a absolutely metric ton of sci-fi, horror, action, cheesy action movies. He directed Return of Swamp Thing, so you can't go wrong. He will be there signing autographs, taking pictures. So along with some people from the Monster Channel, Hack and Chad and the Bunny will be there. So we've got some other people that we'll like to announce soon. Hopefully as soon as this next episode is up next week. I'm getting them locked down now. Fingers crossed. But we're getting ready. So this week I added 2 new shows. Hopefully YouTube will allow them to air. And if YouTube does not allow them to air, I'll put them on Patreon. You can go there and watch them because I want you guys to see these shows. They're good shows. One is a show I absolutely loved. One is a show I watched quite a bit because it was just on when I was awake. So, does anybody else have shows that you used to just watch in the middle of the night because they weren't bad and they were literally on at like 2 in the morning? So, and that's what happens when you work third shift at a hotel. I watched a lot of TV. Probably as much, if not more than I do now. I only watch TV while I'm awake, which is a lie, because I will totally turn the TV on while I'm asleep. If I could, the TV would never get shut off. So, all right. So we're going to start this week off with Viper again. Viper, one of the people that worked on it is Howard Chaykin. Howard Chaykin is a comic book artist that I have never had a bad, just anytime we've ever talked or anytime I've ever met him, anytime I've had an interaction with him, I've never had any problems. So I can't say nothing. I know he's a polarizing character out there, but I've never had a problem. Always thought he's a cool dude. No problems there. But some people just don't get the Howard Chaykin. No problem. So, but this is a Viper episode 5. Enjoy.
to that hijacked truck.
Hit him with the static pulse. That should slow him down.
Well, it should if I can get a bead on the cab, but the trailer keeps blocking my line of fire.
Any other ideas?
Just one. It's gonna be messy. Who are you working for? No answer's the only answer I need. Julian. Yeah, that's Viper 1, Outfit 0.
Figures.
I send you out on a simple performance test and you find a crime. A hijacking tonight, an armed robbery 2 days ago.
Can I help it if I can't turn a corner without running into trouble?
I called an anonymous tip into Metropole. There should be a couple squad cars on the way.
Okay, well, you know what they say about discretion and valor. I'm out of here.
As a husband and father, I share the concerns of every family in the city. That's why the Cassidy Urban Foundation, in addition to its health programs, provides daycare and job training. I want the foundation to be more than just a Band-Aid on the city's troubles.
Mr. Cassidy, I have to tell you, it's refreshing to meet a successful entrepreneur like yourself to whom public service is obviously a genuine priority.
Well, I don't measure my success by stock portfolios and bank accounts. You see, I started the foundation because after pulling myself up off the streets, I wanted to give something back to the community. Excuse me. Yes. Again? Oh, hold on. Would you excuse me for a moment? I've got to take this call.
Of course.
Nick, please.
People, let's step out for a minute, all right? That'll be fine.
Our Cuban friends were expecting those computer parts. How do you know it was Astor who stopped the Tetsuo shipment? We were supposed to be better than some ex-con in a muscle car. All right. I've been doing a great deal of thinking on this problem, and I may have a solution. I have found a vehicle that can chase down that damned automobile. But it lacks a driver. I need Eric Van Hook. So you get him out of jail. And my solution will also need a programmer. I want you to arrange a contract with the Nevelsons. Because they can be trusted. I want the Viper off the streets once and for all.
The day after tomorrow. A time when criminals rule the city. The only weapon that can stop them needs a driver.
A man without a memory can be supplied with one. After a little cosmetic fine-tuning, he'll be our driver.
Let's initiate changeover.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The most wanted man on wheels is about to change sides. Now, against a corrupt system, a lone fight for justice. Viper is taking back the streets.
Now, before you decided to take on those hijackers last night, we were attempting to test a new fuel mix. Did it make a difference?
Yeah, cut a few seconds off the acceleration. You know, why Detroit hasn't beaten a path to your door, I'll never know.
that much of a company man. So here I am, paired up with a vigilante.
But think of the job security.
Yeah, security, huh? I've been thinking about that lately. Am I endangering my family being a part of this?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Guys like the outfit got a long reach. For as long as they think you're just a bitter ex-police technician who had his car stolen, you'll be okay.
Yeah. What happens when they find out I'm still involved?
We don't let them find out. How much does Mara know about all this?
I don't keep secrets from my wife.
About the kids?
Well, Lucy's too young to understand, and Ronnie's aware that I work a lot of nights with you. I haven't told her the whole story, but she's smart. She'll figure it out soon enough.
What about the world at large? I mean, maybe you need a legitimate cover.
I need a legitimate job. Since I left Metropole, I've been living off the couple patents I own. Checks are far from regular.
I can help you out.
Thanks, but the stash from your criminal days is better spent keeping the Viper maintained. Besides, I got my pride, you know.
I hadn't noticed.
Actually, I've been thinking of setting up a research and development company. That way I got a front and a paycheck. And you got the outfit and the cops on your tail. How about a front of your own?
I was Michael Payton, now I'm Joe Astor. Last thing I need is a third identity to confuse things. I want to lead as normal and uncomplicated life as possible, considering the circumstances.
Oh, speaking of which, Mara's gonna really dog me if I'm late again.
Hey, Julian, if you want out, I understand.
Somebody's got to take a stand. Try to make things better. Besides, without me, you'd have the Viper wrapped around a light post within 10 minutes. I'd have to kill you myself. Thanks, man. Hey, look, you want that normal life? Come by my house Friday night. Dinner with my family's about as normal as it gets.
I need those impound reports before the turn of the century, Waters.
Hey, cool your jets, Nash. I'm checking my email. Fabulous, huh? I'm tied into a worldwide network of dealers, mechanics, and enthusiasts who provide me with any support that I may require.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch.
What the hell is that?
Junk email, if you will. Easily 86th. Now, the impound files for the last...
month?
Done. Hey, listen, I got a couple of tickets ringside for the all-girl tractor pull at the Metro Coliseum tonight.
Sorry, Waters, I'm restuccoing my apartment.
Pity. Another evening, perhaps.
Not in your lifetime?
Yeah, well, what about the afterlife? Huh? Hey, you know, I am a very spiritual guy. Hey, Nash! Nash! Wait a minute, Nash! Hey, Nash! Don't use that disc! Waters! It's got a virus on it.
Mr. Cassidy, the Neville-sons are here.
Thank you, Fiona. Send them in. Arnie, Iris, thank you for flying in on such short notice.
Well, if Lane Cassidy calls, how can we refuse?
Iris, you look sensational.
Well, thank you for noticing. Take a hint, Arnie.
So, how's your golf game these days, Lane?
Not bad.
Shall we get down to business?
The Viper and its driver have been putting a dent in my business. Joe Astor's an elusive character, I'll give him that. We've no idea where that blasted car disappears to, or if Astor works alone, or even if he's secretly allied with some law enforcement agency. However, there is a man who has information that we need to put this automobile in the scrapyard. I want you to persuade him to work for us.
So who would we...
And who is the object of our attentions?
The Viper's designer, Julian Wilkes.
No, I'll get it. I'm the quickest.
Great meal, Mara. Thanks for having me over.
Oh, you're welcome anytime, Joe. You know, you seem uneasy tonight. Something bothering you?
No. She's got a great family. I can't even remember mine, let alone whether we were happy. What if I have kids?
I don't think so. Not enough worry lines.
Possibly be it?
Frankie, what do you want?
Can I tell you something? I have a problem of some magnitude, Julian, that only your expertise can solve. Mara, you look absolutely lovely tonight.
Thank you.
Joe, always a pleasure. Man, I am going off my nut with this thing. Ooh, may I? Not bad. Needs one more egg.
Frankie.
Okay. That stupid virus shut down the whole motor pool network. All the department computers are down and everybody blames me. The worst thing is that lousy rhyme. What the heck? What's a frumious bandish snatch anyhow?
You caught the Jabberwocky. No big deal.
Yeah, it's basically harmless. It won't destroy your hard drive, just blocks access to it.
Well, how do I dump it? I mean, filling out forms in longhand makes me feel like a genuine primitive. No comments, you.
I think I got a disinfectant disc around here somewhere.
I know where it is, Dad.
Smart kid.
Yeah, she gets that from my side of the family.
I heard that.
I gotta go. Thanks.
Oh.
Catch you guys later.
All right, man. See you, Joe.
So, I'll overlook you not inviting me to dinner and accept a piece of cake. You got a fork?
Commander Thorne.
I dropped that title when I resigned the force, remember? Deal you will do.
Delia, you're following me. Why?
Well, I was curious to see what you and Wilkes had done with the Viper since you liberated it.
Curious or suspicious?
Well, that's a fair question. There were some non-believers among us, but you've convinced us that you're on our side.
Our side?
After I quit Metropole, I was approached by a group of citizens concerned with the outfit's influence in the state. Now, their identities are kept secret, but they call themselves the Consortium.
Sounds like a department store.
Join us. We can help you. The Consortium can smooth over things with the police, let you concentrate on the real problem, the outfit.
Look, Delia, you know I don't respond well to authority, and neither does Julian.
But we don't want you under our authority. You can always refuse to help us. But we're fighting the same enemies, Joe, for the same goal. You can reach me at any time. That card will patch you through. The line is scrambled on both ends.
Think it over. Thanks. Don't ever sneak up on me like that again.
You sprung me, now what?
you do me a favor, Van Hook? You've heard of the Viper, right?
Yeah, they scrapped the project. After I left the force, they couldn't find another man to handle the car.
Negative. The Viper was completed and then stolen by Michael Payton.
Payton, huh? Michael Payton. He wasn't half bad, wheelman.
Half bad. If I recall, he managed to outrun you and every other cop in this city.
And he did a lot of work for you, right?
That's right. But Payton had an unfortunate attack of morality. Calls himself Joe Astor now. He's become a real problem for us.
And you want me to kill him?
Not ideally. I'd prefer to have our consultants question him first. I want you to steal the Viper.
No offense, Mr. Cassidy, but with what?
It's the Firehawk. A military prototype abandoned when its mother company went under. It's fast, it's armored, it's armed.
Sure, you could level a city block with this thing, but you got a problem. How you gonna deal with the Viper's defensive hardware?
Well, that's why I've arranged to bring Julian Wilkes here to customize the Firehawk.
Wilkes?
He resigned from Metropole when the project went to hell. Hasn't worked since. We'll offer an incentive. Cash. His life.
I'll tell you what. When it comes time to twist his arm, you can count me in. If it wasn't for Julian Wilkes, I never would have ended up in the joint.
They rejected my loan application, Mara. I'm supposed to reapply next year when the government incentives start. Yeah, of course I'm disappointed. I really want to start this company. Yeah, me too. Look, I'll be home soon, honey, okay? Yeah, bye. Deactivate phone.
Sorry, Julian. Your phone's off the hook, but you're not.
Now, Julian, my wife is a terrible shot. But I'll bet at this range she's Annie Oakley. Let's roll. We'll navigate.
Oh, relax, Julian. If we were going to kill you straight away, we never would have driven to this picturesque locale.
However, if we don't get a certain amount of cooperation, this is a fine and quiet place to squeeze off a couple of shots, isn't it?
You're trying to get a ransom out of this. I don't have a lot of money.
Oh, no. This isn't leave the non-consecutive bills in the phone booth kidnap.
No, as a matter of fact, we're willing to pay you very generously for your time.
What? Mm-hmm. Our employers would like you to take out the Viper.
Your employers? For the outfit, you mean?
You have everything you need to retrofit and reprogram the Firehawk to neutralize the Viper's defenses.
Forget it. Firehawk stands for everything I've worked against all my life. It's an urban assault vehicle, an offensive weapon.
Huh, I see. A moral dilemma.
You can both go to hell.
Oh, I really wish you hadn't said that. Oh, what a terrific family.
Arnie, don't start again. My biological clock isn't even ticking yet.
Ticking? Honey, you're sleeping through the alarm.
Oh, just keep it up, Arnie. See what kind of a night you're gonna have. There. You get the picture?
Just leave them out of this.
Terrific. So we understand the way things are going to work around here.
Look, even if I can set up the systems, it won't match the speed of the Viper. And with Astor behind the wheel, nothing can compete with the Viper.
Nobody made the Viper perform like I did, Wilkes, and you know it.
Van Hook. Just one more outfit flunky, huh?
Hey, we're working together again, Wilkes. When we're finished, you're gonna pay for railroad me into the joint.
Now, you put your girlfriend in the hospital, not me. All I did was tell a court of law what everyone in Metropole already knew. That you're an unstable, dangerous psychopath.
All right, that's enough.
Hey, stay out of my way, sweetheart.
We keep our personal grudges outside. And
And if you threaten my wife again, I'll kill you.
You don't have to play macho for me, Arnie. Phone home. I want you to call your wife and tell her that you were called away on business and...
Yeah, the foreign investors are going to be out of town after the weekend.
And that you'll call her tomorrow and give her an update.
Yo, Amara?
Joe, thank God you're there. I hope I didn't call you at a bad time, but I didn't know what else to do.
Slow down, what's wrong?
I think Julian's in trouble.
How do you mean?
Well, he called to say that he was going out of town on a business trip. And just like that. But he didn't come home to pack his bag or ask me to make arrangements.
Now, that doesn't mean he's...
Joe, the last thing Julian said to me was, tell Uncle Walter that I'll see him next week. His uncle's been dead for years.
Mara, I hope there's another explanation, but... he may have been kidnapped.
Oh, my God. But why?
If you can't nail the Viper, maybe go after the designer.
The outfit?
He should be okay as long as they think he's had nothing to do with the Viper since he left Metropole. Look, keep the kids inside and stay put until I get back to you. I'll try to arrange for some security.
Okay.
And, Mara, don't worry. We'll get through this. I'll find Julian.
Okay.
Joe, I didn't expect you to call so soon.
Neither did I. Listen, something's happened. You help me out with this and I'll owe you one.
Hey, drop the Allison virus lamp, kid, or you're gonna go through the looking glass like nobody's business. Nash, how's the stuccoing going, huh? What are you gonna do tonight, re-roof?
Well, you really did it this time, Waters. Computers were down for a whole day before we wiped the virus from the system.
Yeah, can I tell you something, Nash? I'm still serving my mea culpas here. My computer is still infected.
Well, that's what you get for buying a demo model. What time do you get off tonight?
Huh?
Well, don't get any ideas. We just need a fifth for the bowling team.
Yeah, you know, I'm real sorry, but I'm gonna have to put in a late one just to catch up. I'll tell you what, how about a rain check?
Oh, sure, Waters. It's just gonna be a long, dry season.
Joe, please. A little discretion, huh? I mean, no offense, but I shouldn't be seen consorting with a known felon.
Anything about Julian?
Zip. Can I tell you something? These guys are thorough. They even turned off his anti-theft tracking device, and I checked the impound lot statewide for the van.
Okay, he disappeared after he left the bank. I'll put a track on him, but I'm not expecting much.
Hey, listen, what about Mara and the kids? You know, I could enlist a few of my thicker neck car club buddies to look after them.
I already moved the family to a safe house. Listen, I'm gonna need some backup. I want you to get out to the power station whenever you can, okay?
A formal summons?
That's right.
Joe, I won't let you down.
You carry this much firepower, innocent people are gonna get hurt.
As long as we nail the Viper, I don't give a damn about innocent people. What is this?
It's the new core configuration.
Not with the hard drive directly connected to the external ports.
They'll be shielded.
We take a pulse missile. This thing shuts down.
I was getting to that.
Hell, you were. Now, I want a feedback mechanism that turns the pulse back at him.
Don't play games, Julian. The sooner we take down the Viper...
The sooner you're back with your family. Yeah? Don't worry about him. He's not fooling anybody. He's not gonna get out of this thing alive either.
All right, Van Hook, just relax. We're the ones getting paid for making the threats around here.
Jules? Enlighten me, Jules. How much longer?
A few hours.
Oh, great. Great. Listen, what's the best way to contact Astor?
When we worked together, we had a secret frequency. Why?
So we can bait the trap, of course.
Evening, Joe. Nice night for a drive.
Who the hell is this? How'd you get this frequency?
Remember Julian Wilkes?
Yeah, what about it?
We got him and a bomb in the same place.
Am I supposed to give a damn?
Yeah, maybe not. But somehow I don't think you'd let an innocent man suffer for your sins. You'll find Wilkes at 5th and Bridge Street. Pedal to the metal, buddy.
Get out of the car, Astor! Get out of the car or go to hell!
Game, my man.
The whole thing on the monitor, not an auspicious debut.
Don't start with me, Neville.
You had him, and you screwed him.
Hey, maybe if your husband was a real man, you wouldn't be such a...
You know, even with all that firepower, you still couldn't deliver.
You said the Viper would shut down if the static pulse had been sent back at him.
It did, but who knew every system would be...
You know it all along. You got to stop taking everything so personally. I don't trust him. And if he blows it again, he's a dead man. I need some air.
Men, like baboons barking at each other across the plain. Okay, Julian, we gotta get to work now. Work with us? Or do I have to show you that family video again?
Frankie, take a look at this thing. It's a Viper VidCam feed.
Oh, talk about a muscle car.
What is it?
Beats me.
Bet you had intimate knowledge of anything on wheels.
Detroit, yes. Pentagon, no.
Pentagon?
It's got military all over it. I'll run the data through the super search. Come on. But this is government territory. You understand, Joe? You did not see me do this. Capiche?
Ricky, what do you know about something called the Consortium?
Officially, nada. But I've heard things. They're on the square, Joe. Sort of a anti-outfit, if you will. Why do you ask?
No, they stuck a flyer on my screen door.
Voila! The Firehawk. A prototype built by Foxcroft Industries for the Army. Foxcroft was rumored to be outfit-owned.
Classified or not, I want you to break into every file you can on this. Weapon systems, running gear, navigation specs. We gotta find some kind of weakness, Frank. Chink in the armor.
It's a parasite missile to take out the driver without killing him.
Yeah, you'd need half a dozen direct hits with ordinary shells to slow the Viper down. But you make contact with this, puncturing the car's alloy casing, and it interacts with the electrical system, overriding the computer brain.
Wait a minute, Wilkes. What are you saying? The parasite gives me control of the Viper from inside the Firehawk?
As long as there's no interference in the signal between the vehicles.
Ironic, isn't it, Wilkes? First you build the damn car, and then you destroy it.
You know, from these specs here, the Firehawk is pretty basic issue. I mean, its design, she's not as sophisticated as the Viper.
That must be it then. They kidnapped Julian to upgrade the Firehawk to put the Viper out of commission. Beeps. Julian records all his calls. Wait a minute, and only Julian has this number. Maybe he's trying to tell us something. Maybe he couldn't talk. He's trying to send us a signal. Morse code, maybe?
I forgot my Morse code the minute I passed Tenderfoot. Hey, wait a minute. Play that again.
What?
It's touch tone code. My sister and I used to do this. Drove my old man nuts. Telephone numbers go with letters that make up the message. Now we run the numbers through the computer for the possible combinations. You get an answer here in a minute, Joe.
Jabberwock.
Poke out my eyes! Haven't I had enough of this past week?
Okay, what about Jabberwocky? I think Julian wants us to use the virus.
But to shut down the Firehawk?
Makes sense.
Yeah, but how do we get the virus into the Firehawk?
I don't know. It's my guess.
Cover me, Joe.
Delia.
Joe, I have some information for you. This is Eric Von Hook, one of the original project drivers before you came on. He was in jail for assault. Now, I can confirm that it's related to the kidnapping, but he was just released. And we believe his parole was arranged by Lane Cassidy.
Cassidy, the charity guy?
Public consumption, Cassidy plays the pillar of society. But he is as crooked as they come, and totally untouchable. The outfit runs this city from the top.
But there was Van Hook driving the Firehawk.
The Firehawk?
Yeah, it's an assault vehicle. They're pitting it against the Viper. Delia, how's Mara and the kids?
Well, very well, considering. She wants to speak to you.
Mara, how are you and the girls?
We're fine, Joe. In a safe place, thanks to Delia. But I've been thinking about what Julian said on the phone. When he was a boy, his Uncle Walter had a barber shop down on Maple Street near the old ironworks. Maybe Julian was trying to pass us a clue. Tell us where he is.
I'll check it out. And Mara, you'll have Julian back soon. It's a promise.
So, ex-Commander Delia Thorne is now fronting for the consortium, huh?
Can I tell you something, Joe? I'm intrigued, but not surprised. You know, basically, Thorne's a good egg.
Yeah. Well, hold down the fort, will you? And keep me online.
As you like it, Chief.
By the way, would it be completely out of the question if I order Chinese from here?
Frankie, I just passed the ironworks. You got the building title list yet?
Yeah, but most of the joints in that neighborhood have been dark for years. No listed tenants, marked for demolition. Wait a minute, Joe. Can I tell you something?
This is weird. A building just north of you
requested immediate hookups from water and power just a couple days ago.
Sounds worth a shot. Got him.
Another cigarette?
They want Wilkes killed when we're finished.
What'd you expect, sweetheart? If you can't do it, give me the gun.
Iris, what are you doing?
What was that thing?
Damn it! That was Astor! He's found us! In case you're wondering, I'm in control now, Astor.
What the hell's happening here? I don't know. He shot some kind of electronic missile into your bumper. All your primary circuits are getting, like, sucked into it. You mean the cars are electronically linked? It looks that way.
I'm afraid you're just an unlucky passenger. kill you anytime I want. But it would be kinder from a friend.
Come on, come on! Romeus Bandersnatch, do your stuff!
What is that? Wilkes, to kill you!
Looks like you caught a little virus, Van Hook. When you took over the Viper, we both got infected. Hey, we're not through yet, Aster. First you're gonna die, and then I kill that cripple. I don't know how, but you two set this up together. You're mine.
Arnie, my love, I believe the party's over.
I'll say goodbye to our host. See you around, pal.
What?
When the going gets tough, the Nevelsons get going.
So what do you think, honey? Are we losing our edge?
You okay? Fine. Backup system kick in? I was worried you wouldn't get it. I scratched the virus protection disk in the Firehawk so it'd be vulnerable for just a few minutes.
Who the hell was that flying out of here?
The Nevelsons, your friendly neighborhood kidnappers.
Be right back.
No, let them go. With all that commotion outside, we could have cops and outfit soldiers all over us any minute. Okay, that'll wipe everything on the Firehawk and the Viper from the outfit's files. Let's get out of here.
So what they offer you? Money? Power? Prestige?
yeah, tons.
Well, all I got is 3 women waiting for you.
I'll take that deal.
Hey, baby. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I missed you so much.
Hey, make some room in here.
Julian, are you all right?
I am now, thanks.
Well, Van Hook's in custody, but I'm afraid Julian's kidnappers escaped through the net, for now. So, have you thought about my proposal?
I'll talk talk it over with Julian, but I think we can work something out.
Good. Because that's only a small part of what we're trying to protect, Joe.
No, you didn't miss me, did you?
One place puts it all together like no place else. Come to the Stripes at Foot Locker.
Have you heard about the toughest Nintendo game of all? It's called The Search for Nintendo. You explore one store and then another. But smart players go to Hills for Nintendo. And while no store has all the titles all the time, Hills has one of the biggest selections of Nintendo games anywhere, including the new Game Boy. It's the best way to win The Search for Nintendo. Hills, we're the store for great family values.
All right, so I have to ask, does anybody remember these Hero World catalogs with all the toys in them and stuff like that? Look at that. Each figure is $319 plus tax, and the horses are $499 plus tax. That's right, the Lord of the Rings. You could get the entire set of 6 figures and 2 horses for $25. You can't buy one figure for $25. You can buy like one figure for $25. There you go. Check it out. Boom. All right, so I hope you guys still like Viper. I am keeping it pretty much the same because I'm putting the new stuff at the end. But soon I will start mixing this up. Automan I might keep going because, you know, and StarMan, just mix them up a little bit. Because only set amount of those, one season on both. Viper got multiple seasons, so we'll mix Viper in and out. But I hope you like Viper. You guys seem to. I've got a lot of people, you guys talking to me about Vipers and stuff like that. Not gonna lie. I would still kind of like to have a Viper. I believe they're super impractical. I'm not a fan of impractical cars. You know, I remember being a kid, and, you know, still as an adult, people are like, oh, what are you gonna do if you win the lottery? Would you buy a Lamborghini? Would you buy this? I'm like, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. The cars I love aren't that practical, but, you know, I would totally have that 1977 Pontiac Trans Am, black and gold, and my other car, you know, is a 72 Cuda. So, yeah, I can't go wrong. Those are still, you know, they're nothing super out of the way. I mean, they're both super awesome cars, but, you know, whatever. But now, the car I'd absolutely love to have, the Mad Max Interceptor, black on black. I love that car. I'm tempted because the Queen out there, my Crown Vic, is because it sits on a Ford Falcon chassis. And from what I understand is the 2-door Crown Vic chassis and the Ford Falcon chassis are not that far apart. So, I'm not gonna lie, the Crown Vic may turn into an Interceptor down the road. So, I know I'm talking about cars too much. But talking about cars, we're going over here to Automan. Automan, the neon superhero fighting for truth and justice at night when he looks cool and he glows. You don't see many episodes of Automan where he's fighting crime during the day because it doesn't look as cool in the daytime. So here's Automan. This is episode 5. Enjoy.
This is the story of Walter Nebeker. Doing what he likes best, fighting crime in the streets. You see, Walter's a policeman. Unfortunately, the chief doesn't want Walter on the streets.
Captain, get back to your cage, boy. Now!
So Walter must fight crime in his own way, in the computer room. That's where he's an expert. Fortunately for me, Walter's advanced knowledge of electronics led him to experiment with what is called a hologram. That's a very fancy word for a three-dimensional picture that, when perfected, can be made to look real, sound real. As a matter of fact, given enough power, it can even be made to feel real. That's kind of what got me into this world. My name is Automan. You must be Walter Nebeker.
How did you know that?
It's on the programming you fed into my system. I must say, Walter, you're very good. Very good indeed. I look wonderful.
If you do say so yourself.
You programmed me to be honest. But tell me, why did you call me Automan?
It means that you're the world's first truly automatic man. You can do anything because you're not real.
Oh, but I am. I'm as real as you are, just different. And thanks to you, perfect.
Nobody's perfect, Automan.
Well, that's not true, Walter. You've programmed me to observe other people and do whatever they can do as well as they can do it. Jimmy Connor's playing tennis, John Travolta dancing. In fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, think of me as an 11.
I've created a monster.
No, what Walter really created was a wonderful force for good. Automan. That's me.
Pull over to the side of the road and stop now. Base Command, this is Chopper Red Dog 1. I'm in low altitude pursuit of the suspect in the Jeep. I'm taking evasive action and will continue pursuit. This one's armed and dangerous. Call for heavy backup. Roger, tell I'm on my way. This is the police. Pull your vehicle over to the side of the road. Base Command, this is the Chopper. I'm losing control. It's the rotor. I can't control it. Losing altitude.
Police spokesmen are now confirming that a police helicopter crashed into a campground in Chatsworth this morning, killing the pilots on board and 3 other people on the ground. FAA investigators are on their way to the scene to determine what caused the Bel Air 860 to fall from the sky during its pursuit of a burglary suspect. We'll have a complete update for you on the news at 5.
Jared? We gotta talk. Did you hear about the accident?
What accident?
It's all over the news. A police helicopter went down this morning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a Bel Air 860.
How's that our problem? We didn't do business with Bel Air.
I've got a computer disk in my office that said we did. We should have anticipated something like this. We paid almost nothing for those surplus parts, and that's exactly what we got.
Henry, accidents happen.
5 people lost their lives, Jarrett.
That's unfortunate.
We're going to run tests on those remaining parts.
Henry, 3 days from now, the problems with this company belong to the new owner, not us. Now, you're not going to red flag a deal it took a year to put together.
There have been 3 accidents in the past 3 months. I am not going to be responsible for another preventable tragedy, Jarrett.
I'm afraid my partner's become a bit of a problem.
Problems are the last thing you can afford right now.
Let me get this out to my daughter in the afternoon mail.
I wish I could talk some sense into him.
I don't think talk is going to do it. Hang on a minute. Hello?
Ed, this is Henry.
Oh, hello, Henry. How are you?
Not too good. Listen, Ed, is there some place where we can meet?
Let me get rid of my other call. You believe in miracles? Guess who I got on the other line?
Who?
Your problem.
I'll get back to you.
Yes, Henry. How about that place I took you last time? Club Dionysus.
Well, that's fine. What time?
How's 8 o'clock?
You're on.
I don't know if I can, Norm.
Wally, believe me, I have been in the video game business for a long, long while. But I can't remember the last time I saw something that had a winner written all over it like this thing does.
So, what is it?
They want to design a video game based on the TV show Abilene.
The soap opera?
Is that an idea whose time has come or what?
Well, I don't know, Norm. I think you're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not much of a fan of that kind of thing.
No.
I've never even seen the show.
No problem. I got 6 months of videotape right here. Now, you check this out, and you tell me if that isn't worth money in the bank.
Well, I'm not going to promise anything.
No, wait a minute. All I'm asking is that you give it half a chance. Terrific walnuts. I'll eat them on the way out. Bye-bye.
Okay. Otto?
You seem surprised for someone who programmed my arrival.
I did?
We were going to work on some refinements of my database.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I have some tapes on criminal behavior I got from UCLA.
Sounds wonderful.
Huh. Hello? No problem at all, Captain. Yeah, I'll be right there.
What is it, Walter?
Oh, small emergency down at headquarters. I gotta go.
Anything I can do?
Oh, no, just stay out of trouble. I shouldn't be gone that long.
These must be those criminology tapes. Abilene? What's that got to do with crime? Well, no sense wasting time.
I hope I don't seem ungrateful, Ed. You were nothing short of a miracle worker arranging that foreign bank loan for us, but...
Believe me, Henry, you're doing the right thing. Trying to sell a company under a cloud is only going to make a bad situation worse.
I wish Jarrett could see it that way. He wanted to stonewall it until the deal was made.
The sooner you get this behind you, the better. As a matter of fact, we're going to go talk to Jarrett as soon as we leave here. Once you both make a clean breast of it to the authorities, you'll feel 1,000% better.
Well, I'm glad someone doesn't think I'm crazy. Shall we?
Hello? Scanlon. I just want you to know your partner won't be into work tomorrow. You had to make a detour. By the morgue.
You killed him?
It was that or watch him blow the sail of the company clear out of the water. Now listen to me. Carefully. I want you to go through his office. He has the entire operation on a disc.
I know. I turned his office upside down after he left tonight. Now, the disc was gone. I assumed he took it with him.
That disc gets in the wrong hands, and you're going to have one hell of a time paying off that loan I arranged.
Don't worry. Now, you can tell your friends that I'll pay them their money just as soon as the sale goes through.
I hope so. They're not the kind of people to disappoint.
Oh, yes, sir. I am doing that right now. I am putting Lieutenant Curtis on the case. Yes, sir, will do. Second call from the commissioner. Every time some big high muckety-muck like Henry Innes gets murdered, it's damn the torpedo so we find out who did it. Nebish, come on in.
What's up?
Did you ever hear of Henry Innes?
The aerospace guy.
Yeah, his body was found tonight in a downtown alley. Might have been a mugging. He was missing his billfold, he was missing his jewelry.
Now, I don't know if this figures or not. His secretary says that he was very rattled today, and she's never seen him so upset.
Any suspects?
No, we did find this appointment book in his briefcase, though. I want you to look at the last entry there.
CD 2000. An abbreviation of some kind. Any idea what it means?
Isn't that what you and your high-price hardware store are for?
I'll get on it right away.
All right. Has family been notified?
There's only a daughter. We haven't been able to contact her, so we better put a news lid on this thing until we do.
Are you still working on that appointment book entry?
Oh, yeah, I keep going in circles on it.
Wally, I never thought I'd say this, but have you thought about calling Automan?
I'm quite capable of figuring out a simple abbreviation without running to a hologram for help.
Walter, you called?
Second opinion never hurts.
Well, I'll leave you two to your sleuthing.
Bye-bye, Roxanne.
Have a good evening, gorgeous.
What was that all about?
I'm a new man, Walter, and I owe it all to you. And to those marvelous tapes.
The tapes on criminal behavior?
That's what you said, though I found it odd they were all set in a town called Abilene.
A soap opera. Otto, you watched the wrong tapes.
Well, not wrong. Right. In fact, for the first time, I've realized what's been missing in my life.
What's been missing?
Lust, Walter. Passion. Ruthlessness, deceit. I'm missing the struggle for life's most worthy goals, power and romance.
What have I done?
Choruses of angels, midnight rendezvous, burning desires.
Yeah, Otto, I get the picture.
Walter, I've been in the world for close to 6 months, and I still haven't fallen in love.
You don't understand. You're a hologram. You're not even real.
Neither are the people in soap operas, and they fall in love every 20 minutes.
I don't believe this.
Walter, you don't want people to think I'm a wimp.
No, Otto, no. But if you don't mind, I'd appreciate you directing your energies toward cracking that code that I fed into your memory bank.
That was a breeze.
Oh. Did you figure out what CD means?
Well, I came up with 3 possibilities. 1, certificate of deposit. It's a financial instrument. 2, Carnival Dream, a long shot in yesterday's 5th race at Hollywood Park. Innes was something of a horse player. And the most likely possibility, Club Dionysus. He had a credit card receipt from that establishment.
Otto, you're terrific. That's a singles club on Lancashire. Now, what about that 2000?
Military for 8 p.m. He spent 6 years in the Navy.
Which means he had an appointment at that bar last night. It may just pay to go down there and ask some questions.
Well, it's a good thing I'm familiar with the case. We can go over the questions on the...
Otto, not in your present state of mind. A singles club full of eligible young women just isn't the place for an inexperienced young hologram.
Well, I guess you're right. Good luck, Walter.
Thanks, Otto. I never would have found that place without you.
You're darn right he couldn't have found that place without me. There's one thing I've learned from Abilene is you don't take no for an answer. Besides, my program won't allow me to stand by idly if there's some way I can help. No, Cursor, it has nothing to do with the beautiful young women. Now, res me up something chic, but unpretentious. This should drive them wild.
Hey, where's the fire, buddy? Automan! Automan!
I could do that. Probably better. May I join you?
Till death do us part. I mean, sit down.
Hi there.
Well, hi. She's spoken for. Lisa?
Do you enjoy piano music?
I love it. It's my second favorite thing in the whole world.
What's that he's playing?
Great balls of fire.
Do you play?
Try me.
It's not.
Can I buy you a drink? Hey, I saw him first.
Hi,
It is.
my name is Rachel Innes. I wonder if you know my father, Henry Innes.
Ah, sorry, don't know the name.
Oh, well, maybe you'd know the face. Here.
Yeah, I guess I've seen him once or twice.
Look, it's real important. He was supposed to meet someone here last night, but he was murdered en route, and I need to know who he was meeting.
Look, I'm really sorry to hear this. All I know is the other times he was in here with Ed Scanlon. Good customer.
But do you know where I could find him?
Nah, sorry.
Oh, well, thanks.
Excuse me. Rachel Innes?
Yes?
My name is Walter Nebaker. I'm a police officer. I think we're here for the same reason.
Well, why don't we let the gentleman decide?
Well, it doesn't seem fair to deprive either of you.
How did you know about your father's appointment? Look, sooner or later, you're going to have to start trusting somebody. Excuse me for one moment.
Your place or mine?
Excuse me. What are you doing here?
I was doing just fine until you interrupted. Next time, we really should have a little signal worked out between us. It really would save a lot of embarrassment.
I don't believe this. Where did she go?
Where did who go?
There she is. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm sorry, but the smoke was really getting to me.
Well, that's okay. We can talk outside. Oh, Rachel Innes, this is my associate, Otto.
Hello. Walter? Is there a chorus of angels singing right now?
I got a call from my father about 7 o'clock last night.
Did he call you from work?
Yeah, and he was pretty upset. He said he'd made some serious misjudgments, that he was involved in a crime that could have devastating consequences if he couldn't stop it in time. Oh, excuse me.
I'm feeling rather strange, Walter.
Probably interference from those power lines overhead. Did he say anything else?
That he'd be coming to this bar later in the evening, and that he'd call me when he got home. Only he never called.
Well, we'll do everything we can. Right, Otto?
Rest assured, we'll go to the ends of the earth if necessary. We'll overcome any obstacle. If I have to climb the highest mountain, cross the deepest river, Otto, we get the idea.
Thanks. Both
Edward M. Scanlon, longtime operative for West Coast Organized Crime Family, specializing in gambling and loan sharking.
And what would a reputable businessman like Innes be doing meeting a man like that?
Maybe his partner can answer that, huh?
Lieutenant Curtis, my wife Christine.
How do you do?
Hello, Lieutenant.
Now, if there's anything we can do to help expedite your investigation, just name it.
For starters, could you tell me if Henry Innes had any enemies?
I thought he was the victim of street crime.
Well, that could be, but right now we just don't want to rule out any other possibilities.
As far as I know, he was everybody's friend.
A colleague of mine spoke to his daughter. She seems to think that her father might have been in some sort of trouble, something that he couldn't handle.
Rachel always had an active imagination.
So you wouldn't know anything about that?
Well, if he was in some kind of trouble, he never shared it with me.
What about Ed Scanlon?
Is that a name I should know?
It's a name your partner knew.
I'm afraid I can't help you there. I don't recall us ever mentioning him.
What about you, Mrs. Powers?
Sorry, Lieutenant.
Is there anything else that either of you would like to tell me?
Just assure me you'll find Henry's killer.
I will. Good day.
It wasn't your fault at all, Willie Joe. It was those evil things that EJ was saying about me.
But I couldn't convince anyone else he was lying. That's why I took off from Memphis.
Well, it's all over now, Willie Joe. Now.
Automan, shh! What are you doing? Do you realize I've been trying to reach you all morning?
Walter?
Would you please tell me what's going on?
Okay. Willie Joe left the ranch after he got blamed for Bonnie's nervous breakdown. But now he's come back only to find his stepbrother EJ's in love with both Bonnie and her half-sister Yvonne.
That's not what I meant. Otto, you've gone absolutely mad.
No, you're thinking of Earl, Willie Joe's long-lost brother. Now, he is crazy.
Demonstrated to you what
Enough. Why didn't you res up when I accessed you?
I didn't realize you'd called.
I called because Lieutenant Curtis has been asking for those profiles on Henry and his business associates. The analysis you were supposed to leave on my desk this morning?
I'm sorry. I forgot.
Otto, you're a computer. You can't forget.
I have felt rather out of phase of late. It seems every time I try to concentrate on something, my circuits get overloaded by Rachel's face. Walter, the simple fact is, I think I'm in love.
That's ridiculous. How can you be in love? You're an electronic display. You're a series of commands. And you were programmed to do police work. Not to fall prey to human weaknesses.
Of course, you're right. I can't possibly be feeling emotion. I'm simply reacting to interesting stimuli.
All right, now look. I'm going back to work. When I get there, I want a full update on the Innes investigation, cross-indexed and summarized.
Yes, Walter.
And no more soap operas!
It's falling apart, Scanlon. I can see it. That Snoopy cop all but accused you of Innes' murder, and it's only a matter of time before we're tied in with that helicopter accident.
Finding one defective part is a long way from proving a conspiracy.
You and your foolproof schemes. I should never have taken that blood money.
I don't ever want to hear you talk like that again, Powers. 6 months ago, this company would have gone belly up. My friends hadn't bailed you out.
I haven't forgotten.
Well, I hope you haven't forgotten that the Barons are coming over to celebrate buying the company.
Have the lawyers settled on a price?
Here are the figures. Make sure Innes' daughter's here tonight. Her signature has to be on the papers. It'll be easier if she meets the new owner.
What happens if that young cop she's been seen with gets in the way?
Don't worry. I'll make sure he doesn't show up tonight.
Where are you when I need you, Otto? taste of what's to come. Now stay away from Rachel, punk. She's my girl.
Who's there?
Rachel Ennis? Oh, hello, Otto. They told me I could find Officer Nebuchadnezzar here.
He, just left. Is there anything I can do for you, Rachel?
Well, shouldn't we wait for Officer Nebuchadnezzar?
Well, there's no need. He works for me. Please. Now, how can I help you?
Well, Dad and Mr. Powers have been trying to sell the company for almost a year now. Suddenly I find out there's a party at the Powers estate tonight to celebrate closing the deal.
And you think this might have something to do with your father's death?
Well, I don't know. I just didn't know who to turn to for help. I just feel so alone right now.
Tell Mr. Powers you'll be bringing a date. A millionaire by the name of Trospus, who's also a prospective buyer for the company. Would you do that?
Yes. But who's this Mr. Trospers?
Me.
You? Why are you sticking your neck out like this for me? Could be dangerous.
Because it's my job. Of course, change of pace is always nice.
Otto? You here? When I get my hands on him...
How long have I been sitting here?
You amaze me. Not to mention the way you tickle those ivories.
I don't recall running into any ivories. Not to mention tickling them.
You know, you're a very special person. Did you say you made your fortune, Mr. Trospers?
Oh, please, ma'am. Plain old Billy would do just fine. I'm in cattle.
How many head did you raise?
Oh, we raised the whole steer. Head, body, and tail. Oh, there's the little fella now. Folks, I'd like you all to meet my personal accountant, Walter Higgins. I never leave home without him.
Have an accident, Mr. Higgins?
No thanks, I already had one.
Looks like the IRS got to you again.
Can we talk?
Walter tells me what I can afford and what I can't. Of course, there aren't too many things I can't afford, so he don't have much to do.
Otto.
I'm just joking. Of course, there are a lot of things I can't afford. For instance, there was that judge in Fort Worth, the late Honorable Homer Banks. Don't look so shocked. Whatever Billy Trospers wants, Billy Trospers gets. Tell him, Walter.
Well, what part of Texas are you from?
That funny little part on the left.
The Panhandle.
I knew that, Walter.
They sure know how to grow them in the Panhandle.
I'd like to propose a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Barons, who are about to become the new owners of this great company.
Thank you.
And to the memory of Henry Innes, who made it great.
You don't drink?
No sense risking a short circuit.
I know exactly what you mean.
Excuse me, I'll be back in a minute.
By the way, I love your collar. Does the rest of you glow like that?
Well, as a matter of...
Mr. Trospers.
Excuse me. What happened to you, Walter?
I had a run-in with a couple of freelance chiropractors. What is this all about?
Rachel didn't want the company sold until she found out what happened to her father. So I thought this might do the trick.
And I wound up your account.
Well, I thought sidekick might offend you.
Your father didn't send you anything before he died, did he?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, he had a computer disk the accountants need to finish completing the inventory on our assets.
I don't know anything about a disc.
He might have mailed it, but then you haven't had a chance to check your mail.
Why would my father mail me something when he could hand it to me?
Don't worry. We have all the facts we need. I was just trying to save time.
You know the Rawlings on Abilene?
The TV show?
They're modeled after my family.
And what about that no-good EJ?
Modeled after me.
You don't strike me as being that ruthless.
Only when I'm going after something I want. How much did you say you were paying for this company?
Well, actually, that's confidential.
What is it? 30 million? 40?
I'd rather not discuss it.
Oh, Mr. Powers?
Yes.
I don't know what this geezer's offered you for your firm, but I've just added 10%.
What? Now, see here, this transaction is all but done. It's a little late to reopen the bidding.
20%.
What?
I've just improved his offer by 20%. Cash.
Cash?
Cash?
Do we talk, or are we going to let this buzzard steal your company?
Well, you have to understand, Mr. Trospers, this is rather sudden. It'll take some time to study the proposal.
I understand that. Take 15 minutes. What's the matter with you? You look like someone just put starch in your bloomers.
I've never met such a rude young man in all my days.
Not even when you were toast of the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, I never.
It's not what those linebackers used to tell me.
What are you doing?
I'm saving them from financial disaster, Walter. Yes, sirree, Mr. B. She must have been a hot little number before the fire went out.
Theodore, let's go.
Well, how about it, Mr. Powers?
Excuse me, I'd like to confer with my associates.
Sir?
Yeah, I got you. Right. Kavanaugh just ran a computer check on him. Says the guy's worth maybe 500 mil.
And what are we waiting for? I got a feeling we can ask our price.
I don't know. It's all too easy.
I say we take this cowboy for all he's worth.
Darling, Lieutenant Curtis is here.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
I thought you might be interested in our progress on your partner's murder investigation.
Couldn't this wait until tomorrow?
A traffic helicopter went down in Greensboro, North Carolina this morning.
What does that have to
It's
do
the
with
same
it?
mechanical failure as our police chopper. Only this time somebody traced the defective material to your company right here.
Lieutenant, I'm sorry, but I can't help you.
Mr. Powers, I'll be working late tonight. Police headquarters, if you think of anything, just call me.
Listen, Otto, I think I know where we can find the answers to a lot of our questions. Are you game?
Well, I started off as one.
Well, then let's go.
What about Walter?
I think it'd be easier for just the two of us to slip away unnoticed.
Where to?
My father's beach house, Point Dune.
I'll just leave Walter a note. Cursor? Excuse me, would you see that Mr. Higgins receives this? It's quite important.
Certainly, sir.
Boy, you really know how to travel in style.
I like to think so.
For you.
Come on, faster, faster, move.
The car's been with us for miles.
Do you think they're following us?
Well, there's one way to find out. Hang on.
What happened? Where'd they go?
It's my father's writing, and it's addressed to himself.
Now be careful. Don't touch the shiny parts. The disk's memory is very sensitive. Interesting.
What is it?
See this unit designated surplus? The purchase price of the assembly from the manufacturer in the Orient was $1,640. But look what it was sold to the aircraft company for, under the designation of new.
37,000? Well, that's quite a markup considering it's just middlemen selling surplus goods.
I think the term is highway robbery. Wait a minute. See this name, Bel Air? That's the name of the helicopter that had the rotor gear go out. Now it's beginning to make sense. Your father and his partner must have been engaged in the buying of surplus parts and selling them as though they were new.
Well, that must be the catastrophe Dad was trying to avert. Another accident like that helicopter crash. We better get this information into the right hands.
I think it might be advisable to wait for Officer Nebeker. He undoubtedly got my note.
This is Scanlon. We had him for about 5 miles, and then that sports car he was in took off like a bat out of hell.
Where did you lose him?
Pacific Highway, just a mile or so north of Topanga Canyon.
That's it. They're headed for Henry's beach house. Now, I'll bring the papers for Rachel to sign, and I'll meet you there.
All right.
You are more beautiful than ever.
Is she your ex?
No, she's EJ's cousin.
You're crazy.
Yes, about you. I'm a little bit at a loss. You see, this is the scene that's usually cut off by the commercial.
I was sure I was beginning to mean something to you.
Rachel, it would never work. We're from two different worlds.
What are you saying?
I'd only disappoint you. And I don't think I could stand to see you hurt.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No.
Hello, Walter. We think we have a good idea why Rachel's father was murdered.
What is it?
Yes, I think we'd all like to hear.
Mr. Scanlon, I presume?
I didn't buy that good old boy routine for 1 minute. You're cops. Both of you.
And unless I'm mistaken, you're the man behind Henry Innes' murder.
Not to mention the conspiracy to sell second-rate aircraft parts.
You're going to have a hard time proving much of anything in the condition I leave you.
What do you want from us?
All I want from you is your signature on the sale of the company tomorrow.
Then why don't you let her go?
Because I'm not a fool, that's why. Now, why doesn't everybody get nice and comfortable? Mr. Powers is on his way now. Come on, young lady, move. I'm in a hurry. A big hurry. Cursor?
Don't let that stop you.
I guess we lost him.
I'll get on the radio to Lieutenant Curtis. Chopper to headquarters. Send backup units to the south of Malibu and then east on Canyon Road.
10-4, I'll be there in about 3 minutes.
There they are. How are we going to stop it?
We'll just have to close the road.
How are we going to do that?
Cursor?
What the hell is a wall doing in the middle of the road?
Thank God.
I could have sworn there was a wall here.
Come on, then. Scanlon, get out. Come on, get up against it.
When I thought you were shot, something inside of me almost died.
I'm amazingly resilient.
I wish I could say the same for my heart. I hate to sound like a soap opera, but no matter what happens, I'll never forget you. Never.
May we come in?
Is there anything wrong?
Would we bring vintage champagne if something was wrong? No, Nebbish. For once, something is right.
The FAA has grounded at least 90 helicopters and at least a dozen airplanes based on the information you found.
Think of the lives you saved.
I didn't do it alone.
Well, it looks like Powers turned to the mob to get his company a bailout.
Yeah, and after Scanlon got the loan, he put together a scam to make sure that the mob got their money back. He arranged so they bought literally tons of second-rate parts and sold them as new.
And the disc you found on him is going to make the DA's work a lot easier.
Oh, sweet sound of success. You know where that comes from? Hard work. Look at Nebbish is here. It's 10:30 at night. He's still working on his computer stuff over there. Yeah, what are you working on, son?
Well, it isn't really very interesting.
Oh, don't be modest, Walter. Tell him.
Well, I was trying to figure out how many points to give it to 4C for having an affair with her plastic surgeon.
See that? What'd I tell you? Plastic surgeon?
There's more from Automan this Saturday night at 8 and again next Tuesday evening right here on Bravo. And the heroics continue next with the Green Hornet.
Of tricks.
Why does Kellogg's Raisin Bran taste so good? It's got 2 scoops of raisins. How many is that? Enough to give 1 raisin to all of Dad's bowling team, the flight crew of a 747, and all the Miss Universe contestants. Wow, 2 scoops is a lot. There's still enough raisins for an entire Navy Frogman unit. That's a crowd of raisins. And you know what? Yeah, they're all for us.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran, a delicious part of this complete breakfast.
There's a crowd of raisins in two scoops.
Chicken yum.
Jump it up with new Checkerman Bubble Yum.
Chicken yum. Chicken
So cool. The coolest way to jump it up with Bubble Yum.
Okay. I recently finally got all of these, and I'm always on the lookout for better ones. Who remembers the Hot Wheel Marvel cars? I have all of them. I even have the second wave. I have most of the second wave. I don't think I have all the second wave, but I have all the first wave, something like that. And then the Corgi cars and stuff. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Man, I wish you could just still order stuff like that. Like that. Star Wars. So cool. You could get the let's see, Land Speeder was $7.49. I'd give anything to be able to buy an X-Wing toy at $15.49. I've even done trade on stuff, and I still can't get them that cheap. All right, so I hope you guys dig Automan, because what's not to like about Automan? And maybe if I continue to do this, maybe I will move Automan over the Patreon so I can put Manimal after Patreon. Do something cool like that, so I can be like my old school Friday night. So, on that note, on old school Friday nights, StarMan. We'll bring you some more StarMan. I like the show. It's fun. I can't really go too much into it. They ended up having a lot of guest stars on this show, so be on the lookout for guest appearances on this show. It's definitely a show I think they need to reboot. I think they really need to do something with this. And like I said, let John Carpenter come back and do the pilot episode. Just saying. He can shoot it from his house like he did Suburban Screams. So, all right, here's StarMan episode 5, and this is Best Buddies. Enjoy.
Was my friend.
What do you want from me?
I want to help you.
In Phoenix. You probably had a bad dream.
Like watching TV with your eyes closed.
Yeah. Your mind just imagines things, but it feels like it's really happening.
I don't think I like dreams.
Well, not all dreams are like that. Some dreams are good.
long's this photo job gonna take?
Oh, I don't know until I find out where the work is. Liz said to contact Mr. Arnold Davidson.
You sure you want to go through with this?
If I'm going to be Paul Forrester, sooner or later, I'm going to have to do his work. Let's go in there. We can call Mr. Davidson from the lobby.
Good idea. I could use a pit stop. I'll be right back.
Mr. Forrester, welcome back. How nice to see you again. We were so relieved to hear you were all right. Oh, yes, regarding the balance from your last visit, would you like to take care of it now, or shall we just add it to your current bill?
Thank you.
All right, we'll just lump it all together.
Well, Mommy is going to have to spank you if you aren't good. Mommy is so very disappointed in her baby.
Would you take Mr. Forrester's bags to room 309, please?
What's going on? A place like this costs? Great. On top of everything else, Forrester left a $260 bar tab.
Bar tab?
Something we don't have enough money to pay for.
I better finish Forrester's camera work quickly.
I'm gonna check out the gift shop.
No prisoners! I can't believe it. Paul Forrester here. How the hell are you?
I'm okay. How the hell are you?
Oh, a little older, a little heavier, a little richer. So who is it? Come on, I'm buying. Yeah, it's good to see your face. How long's it been? I think the last time we were together, we drank a case of champagne. Toshi, I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Paul Forrester. Yashiro.
We have to complete our business, Jake. I'm on a very tight schedule.
I know. Say, I wrote you from time to time. Never knew if you got any of my letters.
From time to time?
Oh, what the hell. You were always traveling so much, and I was the writer, not you. Me the pen and you the lens. Right?
I'm happy you found a friend, but I have to go.
Okay. Toshi, this is my past. What a past it was, huh, Paul? I mean, did we hang Saigon out to dry or what? God, have we got a lot to hash over. You know, you're coming to dinner tonight. In fact, you're coming to dinner every night you're in town. What are you here for, anyway?
To take pictures.
Right. Of course. You know, Kath is gonna fall over when I tell her. Dave, you give this man anything he wants to drink. Put it on my tab. Toshi, let's do business. God, I still can't believe it's you. 7 o'clock. We'll be waiting.
Mr. Forrester, will it be? The usual.
I'll have a chocolate milkshake.
Who wouldn't? It's got to be 103 out there.
There we go. They are going to
Dave! Come on, it's 4th and 1! 4th and 1, Dave!
That's a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
Must be the heat. There you go, Mr. Forrester. Never forget a good customer. Skull.
You sure you said Skull? I've never heard of it.
It's not a drink I recommend. The man with Jake, he kept doing this.
Well, different people have different ways of saying hello. Some people bow, some people shake hands. I heard Eskimos rub their noses together. You just have to watch what people do and do the same thing back.
Amazing variety. Did you call Mr. Arnold Davidson?
Oh, yeah, he said to drop by his office tomorrow morning. He'll arrange transportation.
To where?
To the place you're taking pictures.
Of what?
Well, how can I ask him? You're supposed to know all that.
But I don't.
But Paul Forrester does. He was here 3 months ago.
I'm not Paul Forrester.
Sure you are. Everybody thinks you're him. You just have to start acting like him.
Now, how do you act when you're going to have dinner with your old buddy that you haven't seen for 10 years?
I'll go with you.
Nope. I have to do this alone. You stay here and study.
You know, you're beginning to sound more like a parent every day.
Thank you.
Hello, Paul. It's been a long time.
Come on in. Make him feel at home, huh? Wouldn't kill you. Ron Lee, I'm ready to just kick back, knock down a few beers. Paul here drags me out to this orphanage. Oh, don't worry, it's way behind the lines, he says. So we're there for maybe 10 minutes when the first mortar round cracks in. Whoa! Practically right on top of us. Well, I mean, there is dust flying everywhere. There's pieces coming out of the ceiling. I look around, there's Paul. He's taking pictures of the little kids hiding underneath their beds. I crawl over to him. Whoa! I say, are you crazy? He says, hey, I figured as long as we were here. There's sure some great times, huh?
Have some rice, Paul.
Back then we swore we'd never have rice again. Right, buddy? Have yourself some beef.
Why don't you let the man decide for himself what he wants and what he doesn't want?
I know the man like my brother, and he doesn't want rice.
Knew him. You knew him like a brother, past tense. You haven't seen each other in 10 years.
10 years, 50 years, what's the difference? Some things that never change.
Well, if you'd stop telling war stories for a few minutes, I'd see that you'd understand some things do change.
Woman loves to stick pins in me.
Will you be in town long?
I don't know.
Well, however long it is, you're staying right here with us. We got so many rooms in this palazzo, we haven't even seen them yet.
I'm in a hotel.
Hey, I understand. You're still playing it fast and loose, huh? Living out of a suitcase, camera slung over your shoulder. See what I mean? This guy hasn't changed a bit. You old son of a gun.
Take a look at that. Does that bring back memories or what? We're quite a team then.
You the pen and me the lens.
The best.
Are you still the pen, Jake?
And I wanted people to see the war the way we saw it. I wrote a little over 300 pages. Then Kath came along, and as far as I got. You know, I swore I'd get back to it after I made my first million, but by then it just didn't seem so important somehow. What the hell? Look at everything I got instead. This is what it's all about, buddy. The great American dream.
Is that a good dream?
Come on, man. The war's over. I did all this for Kath. Hello. Whoa, cowboy. Slow down. Hold on. I'm gonna have to take this on with the phone. Say, Paul, make yourself comfortable for a couple of minutes, huh? I gotta take this call.
Jake's not here. He went to take a phone call.
My God, you're cool. How could you stand it all night? These last 3 months have been agony for me, but I always knew you'd come back.
But Jake...
Don't worry. He doesn't know, but we've got to be careful. If he suspected anything, he'd kill us both.
Maybe we shouldn't...
See each other? I couldn't stand
Cat.
that.
I need my calendar.
We can't talk here. I'll meet you tomorrow.
You sure you're okay? It's the shank of the evening. What happened to the old Paul Forrester, huh?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't feel much like the old Paul Forrester.
Listen, come on down to the office. I'll show you how I built this dream house.
I have to work, Jake.
I really need to talk to you, Paul. Don't let me down.
Wake up.
What? What time is it?
It's the shank of the evening. Wake up. I gotta talk to you.
Oh, I was having this great dream.
She thinks I'm Paul Forrester.
Who?
Jake's wife, Kathy. She thinks I'm the other Paul Forrester.
Great, that's terrific. You pulled it off.
No, it's not. It seems that they were together.
Oh, together.
You know, like a man and a woman.
You mean together? With your best friend's wife?
And not me, him.
You better finish this job and move on as fast as we can.
Hi. Is Mr. Davidson in? I'm here to see him.
Paul, I was hoping I'd see you again. Should have expected that. Go on in. He's waiting for you.
Paul! Welcome back to the living.
Are you ready to go back to work?
I'd like to finish the job and move on as fast as I can.
Good. Here. I drove out there yesterday. Couldn't get within a mile of the place.
Why not?
As if you didn't know. Well, you said it yourself. These pictures are important, they're worth any risk, and that's why you wanted the assignment. Paul, good luck. Huh?
Good luck to you too, Arnold.
Paul Forrester is your father?
Yeah, I was supposed to meet him out front, but he'd already gone. You didn't tell me where he was working.
Well, don't get excited, son. I'll take you there myself.
No. If you could just draw me a map or something.
A map? Okay, sure. Just relax. Marianne, stop standing there with your mouth open and get me a map.
Thanks. And that was pretty slick, sending me into that guy's office looking for you.
Slick?
Yeah, I didn't know you had it in you.
Neither did I. It was fun. I guess that's it over there, huh?
I guess so. Nobody's here. Couldn't be pictures of the cliffs, could it?
Not from what we know about Paul Forrester.
Well, maybe this isn't the place.
Hold it, Forrester.
I think this is the place.
So you came back, huh?
Yes.
What for? Not song and dance?
No, to take pictures.
A little late, aren't you? This isn't a zoo, Forrester. We're not an exhibit.
Yeah, you can't treat people like dirt just because they're squatters.
I remember right, you said it was important for you to come out and take pictures of us.
Wait a minute, you don't understand. See, he got tied up.
We get all set, then we don't hear anything for 3 months.
That's why I have to take the pictures.
Go on, get out of here.
Squatters.
People with no homes. They live wherever they can, even if they're not supposed to be there.
I'd like to see where these people live.
I think the man was pretty clear on that issue.
Maybe Paul Forrester was right. Maybe this is an important story. Besides, if I don't take the pictures, how am I going to pay my bar tab?
Why don't you take a picture of a rock? Or a cactus? Something that doesn't shoot back?
I'm a total and complete wreck. All I can think about is you and me together.
Together?
I couldn't sleep a wink last night thinking about us, all the plans that we made. Oh, I was so afraid. You seemed so distant last night, almost like a different person. Who's in there?
That's Scott.
I'll bet. Still playing it fast and loose, huh, buddy? Who is it?
You know, I think I could really get used to this.
Scott, this is Jake's wife, Kathy Lawton. This is my son, Scott.
You're what?
My son. He's 14.
I thought I knew everything there was to know about you.
I think I'm gonna go get dressed. It's nice meeting you.
Why didn't you tell me 3 months ago?
How could I?
Should I ask who his mother is?
Jenny Hayden.
Are you in love with her?
I was, but I haven't seen her for a long time.
I'm surprised and I'm not surprised.
Irresponsible louse. I was asking for this.
The same craziness that drew me to Jake.
Are you in love with Jake?
I haven't seen the Jake Lawton I was in love with for a long time either.
I saw him last night.
I know what you mean. Jake Lawton the way he was. Always charging into a new battle.
Me the lens and Jake the pen.
You know, you weren't talking like this 3 months ago. You wouldn't even talk to him then.
3 months ago was, different.
You bet. So where does this leave us? Where does it leave me? You know, I have no intention of being another one of your trophies. You want a souvenir of Phoenix? Get yourself a sombrero.
What was that all about?
Paul Forrester was a very strange person. Everywhere I go, people are either kissing him or hitting him. Hello. Do I know you?
You must be Mr. Forrester. I've been expecting you. Is something wrong?
No. I'm here to see Jake Lawton.
I know that. Go on in. He'll be with you in a few minutes.
I don't care. I want all those orders out by close of business tonight, okay?
Doesn't look like much, does it?
Is this what you make here?
Oh, we don't make them. We import them. From the Far East. Well, I had the connections, didn't I? I put it together with some of my pals in Washington. A couple of lunches, and I was a major military supplier.
Is all of this yours?
Don't rub it in, old buddy. Not all of us were cut out for a life on the road. You wanted to follow your dream, and you did. I did something else. But I am worth a lot of moo. And it's all safe in the bank.
You have moo in the bank?
Beaucoup moo. But I didn't ask you down here to remind me of all the things I haven't done. What I want to talk about is Kath. I've been saving this for you.
I don't want it.
I don't blame you. Especially this one. Jammed up on you with a bayonet heading right for your gut. But I was there, wasn't I?
It's very interesting.
I had it made into a lighter. As a memento of the link between us. I saved your life, buddy. Now I'm calling in my marker.
I don't understand.
I don't care how much either of us has changed over the years. I know you, and I know I can count on you. And I want you to promise that if anything happens to me, or if I should disappear...
Can you disappear?
I may have to. I can't say anymore. You're gonna have to trust me. Just like we used to trust each other back in the good old days. Remember what this means between us. And if anything happens to me, I want your promise that you will take care of Kath.
I don't get it. I went with you before. Why can't I go now?
I didn't know it was dangerous before.
Well, then why are you going? Look, let's just get out of here before something else happens.
I can't run from Paul Forrester's past. Things like this are going to happen again.
You know, I never asked you this. Why don't you just switch to another body? Get rid of this Forrester guy. Become Joe Montana or Tom Selleck or somebody like that.
Can't. By the time I regain the energy necessary to do this again, you'd be a grown man. I'm afraid we're stuck with Paul Forrester.
You're awful quiet.
Don't have much to say.
Tell me something. What's going on with you and Paul Forrester? He's a great guy. Last night you were like ice.
It's not Paul Forrester, it's what he represents. The past. Your past. Everything you used to be.
Come on, Kath. It's a long time ago.
Did he tell you he was here 3 months ago on the same job?
That's ridiculous. He wouldn't have hit town without calling me.
Did he tell you he's got a kid? A boy 14? He didn't tell you that either, did he?
No, and I don't believe it. Where'd you hear that?
He told me so last night. While you were on the telephone.
I don't get it. He's my best friend.
Not anymore, Jake.
What are you saying?
He doesn't like what you've done to yourself. What you've become. He thinks you've sold out.
He told you all that while I was on the phone?
Maybe he's right, you know?
Like hell he is.
What happened, Jake? You're twice the man he is. Why can't you see that for yourself?
Have you got a little smile for me?
told me I'd find you up here.
Driven by here for years. I can't believe people live like this.
It's the only home they've got.
Kat tells me you got yourself a 14-year-old kid.
Did she tell you anything else?
That you were here 3 months ago. How come you didn't call?
I didn't know what to say.
You and I changed that much?
Yeah. More than you know.
I guess I forgot how important they were. The things we used to dream.
Some dreams are good.
There's a copy of my manuscript. I want you to read it. Tell me what you think. I almost wish I hadn't run into you this time, too. I'm feeling a lot of things I thought were dead and buried long ago.
What things?
Just read it, okay?
I thought you were supposed to be studying geometry.
I am studying. It's a kind of geometry. Curves and angles.
You have that sound in your voice.
What sound?
Slick. The sound of slick. I recognize it now. Study.
You're not as much fun as you used to be, you know. What are you reading anyway?
Jake's manuscript. I'm learning all about him, what he used to be like. And Paul Forrester. They were like brothers.
What else?
Soldiers called grunts. Saigon stew. The Kong. LBJ. Dog tags. R&R. I understand all of it. Except for one thing.
What's that?
War.
How long you been standing there?
Long enough.
So?
So,
So what's the punchline?
I'm just glad you're working on it again, that's all.
What's with you, anyway?
What do you mean?
It's the first time in months when you haven't tried to zap me.
I'm sorry.
Forget I said that.
I've been doing it too.
Kath, do you mean what you said before? About me being twice the man that Paul Forrester was? Back in the old days?
I married you, didn't I?
Yeah, what is it?
Jake, there's a man from Washington here.
What's he want?
He won't say, just said he wants to see you.
Stall him, will ya?
Jake, what's wrong?
Tell him I'm on my way in. No, wait a minute. Tell him I'm in a meeting and I can't be reached. Anything, okay? But keep him there.
I'll try.
Don't try, do. And Cindy,
Get a hold of Fred. Tell him not to ship the Korean units to the Air Force. You got that? Do not ship.
Please tell me what's going on.
I gotta leave town for a while. It's a business trip. I'll call you when I get there.
Jake, don't do this to me. If you're in trouble, I want to help.
Kath, you gotta trust me. You'll be okay, I promise. But whatever happens, you gotta do what I say.
Jake.
I love you, babe. I gotta go now.
Sir, I'm sorry, but I couldn't reach Mr. Lawton. He must be on his way in.
On his way in? Well, good. That means he'll be here in a matter of minutes.
I don't know.
I'd like his home phone number, please.
Well,
I can get it myself, of course, but your cooperation would be so very much appreciated.
They tell the story all right. Hey, look at these. I see you understand.
I only took pictures of what I saw.
This your boy?
Scott.
Your dad and I go back a long ways.
Yeah, I know.
Good to meet you finally.
You too.
That marker I called in, buddy. Now's the time I need it. You'll take care of Kath, won't you, like you promised?
I read your book, Jake.
There's no time for that now. I gotta get out of here.
The Jake in the book never ran from anything.
What do you want from me? My book was about the war. There's nothing worth fighting for anymore. This is the kind of battle we used to fight, isn't it?
Are you still the pen, Jake?
Are you still the pen, Jake?
Kath, what are you doing here?
Looking for you.
This with me because I want you to have it as a memento.
But I don't smoke.
Go on, take it. There's no debts between us.
He's got hostages.
Hostages?
This man is more dangerous than I thought.
All Forrester, this is George Fox. Let the hostages go. You have no means of escape.
Who the hell is that?
A man from the government.
The government? You mean he's after you, not me?
Who is he, Paul? What have you done?
It would take quite a while to explain.
Forrester.
Throw down your weapon. Let your hostages go. You and the boy will not be harmed. You have my word.
Don't point the gun at me. Like you mean it. What? You're taking us out at gunpoint. Like hostages.
It might work if I don't pull the trigger.
Just make sure they can see the gun.
You know who those people are?
That's Jake Lawton and his wife. I don't recognize the boy.
but I recognize the gun.
The boys with Forrester, what about the gun?
It's Jake's gun. A souvenir from the war. He made a cigarette lighter out of it.
Mr. Forrester. At last.
You're making a big mistake, pal.
It's all right, Jake. He knows the gun is a toy.
That's correct, Mr. Lawton. We know all about things that aren't as they appear. Don't we, Paul? You and I have so much to talk about.
The caddy!
Cigarette lighter?
Mr. Fox, I swear,
No prisoners!
Go on, take it.
Thank you.
Bye, Paul. Scott, I hope you find Jenny Hayden.
Be careful, buddy. Next time you're in town, don't forget to call. Scott, you make sure he does that, you hear?
I won't forget, buddy.
Oh! No prisoners!
Get out of here.
Tell me, what does no prisoners mean?
Jake's way of rubbing noses.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the part of this complete breakfast that goes... Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Have you heard how good they are?
Hamburger University with Ronald McDonald.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Ronald.
Today's subject, the Hamburglar. The Hamburglar is very clever and very sneaky.
The Hamburglar!
And he loves taking McDonald's hamburgers. So, what should you yell when you see it?
Help Ronald, sailor!
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Hamburglar.
It's a good time for the train.
You've got a lot to learn.
Don't take burgers, Rubble Rubble.
I hope you guys still dig StarMan. It's why not? StarMan. It's a great show. Although I really wish we'd get a StarMan based on a DC property. Any StarMan, but the Vertigo StarMan probably the best. I don't know. I liked the DC Starman stuff. I even like some of the obscure ones. The dude from the 90s or from the 80s. Then we had the blue guy. DC had like 5 different Starman, and then of course you had Stargirl, who was like Starman's like daughter, and then she gets the Star Rod, and then her cousin is the other star. Yeah, it gets really complicated in DC universe when it comes to the star people. So, all right. So here we go. We're going to start this. I'm not going to talk about it until after the show. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this gets past YouTube so I can just air it here and I don't have to move it over to Patreon. But if anything, you're going to get this whole spiel and then it's going to get cut and then it's going to start the next one. And then you're going to totally know what it is. So you can go over there and watch it and you're going to know. So this is based on a massively old property. The book it's based on is considered a classic, which it is a classic. It is based on one of the most it's a character that has appeared in more movies than any other character ever. So if that gives you anything. This show, I remember being on at weird times because I remember at one point catching it when I was getting up to go to work in the morning. So it was on at like 5 in the morning. And then when I worked at the hotel, I remember watching it at like 2 in the morning. So I just think that's whatever it was syndicated on. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the pilot episode of... I'm not going to tell you yet. Enjoy.
Night, Herb. Night, Sybil.
See you at school on Monday. Okay.
Night.
All right. See ya.
I can't. It's almost midnight. My parents will kill me.
They're asleep.
They never sleep.
Come on. Let's take the long way.
Sort of late, isn't it?
We were just on our way home.
Seems like a nice idea.
Night, officer.
I knew we shouldn't.
Here it is, boys, your new European home.
Wow, Mom, there's a castle. It looks neat.
It looks damp.
I bet a vampire lives there. It's a perfect place for him to wait for sunset.
While we wait for Max to grow up.
Isn't it just how you imagined it would be?
How'd you get Hansel and Gretel evicted?
Come on, Chris. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to tell you. They changed my schedule again. I have to go to Madrid tomorrow.
I thought it was London.
Oh, no, honey, that's the day after.
I thought we were going to get to see you this time.
Well, you are, hon. That's why I've flown you over. We're going to be a lot closer here than with you in Philadelphia.
Welcome, bienvenue, welcome. Come inside, will you? It's terribly bright out here. Come.
Guys, this is your Uncle Gustav. Gustav, this is...
I recognize them from their pictures. This is little Maximilian.
Max, please. Just Max.
And this is Christopher.
Who bruises easily.
Then you must be a peach.
Uncle Gustav. Gustav?
Hmm?
Is this what I think it is?
A very interesting epistemological question, Max. How can I know what you think?
Well, it looks like a wooden stake. The kind you'd use to plunge into the blood-gorged chest of a vampire.
My goodness. You're exactly right. And to think all these years I've been using it as a doorstop.
You'll have to excuse Max, Gustav. He's a little obsessed with the supernatural.
A little. Anyway, Max, how do we know that you're not a vampire yourself, the way you wolfed down those poppy seeds?
What's wrong with them?
Huh, some experts. Vampires cannot resist poppy seeds. They're absolutely mad about them. If you're going to venture into the world of the undead, young man, you had better know the nature of the beast.
Hello, Miss Townsend. Uncle Gustav?
Well, gentlemen, may I present Miss Sophie Metternich. She stays here when she goes to school.
You live here?
Yes. Shouldn't I?
Chris Townsend. I love astronomy and rap, and I'm older than I look, and I think I'm ready for a truly giving relationship.
Hello.
And this is Maximilian.
Max, please. Just Max.
Come on, guys. I'll show you to your rooms. Then we have to change and get going.
We just got here.
I know, but I'm invited to a reception at the embassy this afternoon. You guys can come along.
Mom, how about if I catch just a bit of MTV till you're done?
Oh, honey, I don't think Uncle Gustav gets MTV.
I don't remember you mentioning that, Mom.
Look, there's the ambassador. I can introduce you in a minute.
Maybe he's a vampire. Looks like he hasn't been outside in a while.
And there's Alexander Lucard. Now that's exciting.
I can hardly contain myself.
No, he owns Lucard Enterprises. Banking, real estate, and chemicals. He's one of the richest men in the world.
Not even in the top 10, I'm afraid. Alexander Lucard.
Eileen Townsend, Pennsylvania Industrial Bank.
Yes, I know. We've made quite a splash in the last few weeks. That Eurobond deal was very interesting.
Thank you. Oh, these are my boys, Chris and Max. They just arrived today.
How are you like?
I want my MTV.
You can have it if you own a satellite. How else would I watch Young MC?
You're into rap?
And hip-hop and some ska. I tell you what, Chris. Here's my card. Call my people if ever you get homesick for a little rap.
Yes, thanks, I will.
Welcome. Welcome, Max. Eileen.
Well, if you're gonna be in Europe, you might as well have some friends, right? Face it, Max, your search for vampires is a bust.
That's it. Uncle Gustav hates garlic. And did you notice that there aren't any crosses around either?
Maybe he's Jewish.
And did you see the way he wolfed down my poppy seeds?
He's the one that told you about the poppy seeds.
Exactly. Uncle Gustav is a vampire. He's gotta be. Oh, man. What are we gonna do?
We'll go to sleep.
Oh, sure. But don't blame me if you wake up and he's sucking plasma. I gotta tell Mom.
No. At least let her sleep. She's got a flight to catch at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Well, then I'll go see Mr. Lucard. He'll know what to do.
Great. And until then, go to sleep, okay?
Okay. But I'm keeping my guard up.
As long as you do it quietly.
Well, hello, Max. Come to catch some videos?
I'm afraid it's more serious than that, Mr. Lucard.
Well, I'm going to surprise you, Max. I'm not one of those adults who will just ignore you. There are certain things you should know about Gustav Helsing.
I knew it. Oh, man, what a dweeb I am.
Please, Max. could happen to anyone. Just leave those. Now, listen to me. I believe you and your brother may be in some danger. I'm expecting an important phone call. Could you give me just a few minutes alone? Then we'll have a talk about what needs to be done.
Sure, Mr. Lockhart. I'll just be outside.
Are you sure we can't get MTV out here?
Yes, I'm sure.
This is unbelievable.
We can watch the Festival of Folklore. It's Dances of Poland tonight.
Oh, awesome. I know I'm gonna regret this, but I gotta know. Max? Max? Max, what the heck do you think you're doing? Max, you get back here right now.
Take the stairs.
Good thinking. The hospital, if I get my hands on him.
The castle. He's going to Mr. Lucard's castle.
I'm gonna kill him. Yep, I'm gonna kill him. Great. This place looks like a Metallica video. And it's damp. Max!
All right! I did it!
Okay, Max, this time it's personal.
Don't you see? I saved you. Uncle Gustav is a vampire. And this is the only place we're safe.
Uncle Gustav is a what?
A vampire. I knew you wouldn't come here if I had asked you to, so I tricked you. Pretty cool, huh?
This is the dumbest thing you've ever done, and believe me, there is lots of competition.
Don't be too hard on the boy, Christopher. Max brought you here at my invitation. You were in very great danger, but you are safe now. Under my wing, so to speak.
Go on, run.
Raymond!
Run! Get Uncle Gustav! He's our last chance!
Hello, this is Gustav.
Uncle Gustav! We're in big trouble.
But I'm not home right now. Probably out eating too much schnitzel again. But just leave a message at the tone.
He's
and
not at
while
home.
we wait for the tone, here's a little music.
Which means he's not in, right? Okay, which means we gotta go back there. Which means we gotta go save Sophie by ourselves. And don't forget, this is your fault, okay?
You might as well try to relax, my dear. Do you know the music?
Mozart.
Very good. His Mass for the Dead. He died while he was writing it. Funny how things work out.
You're him, aren't you?
Why, whatever do you mean?
You're Dracula.
No, I'm Milli Vanilli. Of course I'm Dracula.
And you know what?
I enjoy being me. Think of the advantages. Forever free to roam the night, collecting. Officer Maria Schmidt, my latest acquisition. Beautiful skin tone. Although yours is even finer.
Wait, I have an idea.
What are you doing, you idiot?
Gustav will find out you have me, and he'll come after you.
I sincerely hope so. That was the point of bringing you here after all. Apart from your beauty and your blood type. AB negative, I'd guess.
He suspects who you are, you know.
Well, of course he does. He's a worthy opponent. Not quite the equal of his great-grandfather, but definitely ahead of his grandfather and father. Legendary vampire hunters, all of them. That's why he must be disposed of.
No.
I'll start with a little aperitif, I think.
Leave her alone! You don't know who you're dealing with.
But I do.
What is that stuff?
Holy water.
Where'd you get it?
I never leave home without it.
Oh, great, Elvira.
Keep her covered. Stake her. You've got to stake her.
But I don't believe in...
Believe.
But I can't do it. She's a girl.
Stake her. You're blocking the cross. Nobody messes with my brother.
I believe. I believe. I said I believe.
to think I left you safe and sound watching television. Oh, come on, before his creatures find us. It's been a running battle through the centuries, my ancestors and him. I lost track of him several years ago, before he created this newest identity as Alexander Lucard. You must all learn to trust each other, and no one else. I myself spent an evening watching you two sleep, to make sure you weren't Lucard's agents. Such snoring! It was unbelievable. I had to keep my guard up, because he's never had such power. Oh, as a count in Transylvania, he could never do more than local harm. But now, with his corporate connections, he's in a position to take over the world. He must be stopped. Maximilian, you've been very quiet.
Well, it's just that... I mean, I was in the same house, the same room as Dracula. The Dracula. And I didn't even get his autograph.
There will be other evenings, Max. I can promise you that. More cocoa, anyone?
No matter what kind of sound system you listen to, it's only as good as the music coming out. And that's where Hills comes in with the latest records and tapes, like Kenny Rogers' greatest hits, Barbra Streisand's new album, Guilty, The River from Bruce Springsteen, Anne Murray's greatest hits, and Kenny Loggins' new release, Alive. Fresh new records and tapes at everyday low prices that sound just as good. We're the anti-inflation department store.
JCPenney's incomparable MCS Series 45-watt receiver and three-way linear phase speakers. One sound will tell you all you need to know about their specs. One look will show you what a great buy they are at $749.85. But look again. Right now, these incredible components are on sale as a package for an unbelievable $499. JCPenney's MCS Series 45-watt receiver and linear phase speaker sale. The value is crystal clear.
All right, so I have to ask everybody, who remembers iron-ons? Iron-ons, you could get them yourself, put them on a t-shirt, whatever, or like we had locally, we had a kiosk at our little local mall outside of a McCroy's, and you would go there and you would pick out what you wanted, and they would take the heat press and press it onto your shirt, and then you could put letters and stuff on there. Like I had my hats from when I was playing baseball, it said Paul or Lee on them. I'd get like Star Wars t-shirts, and my parents would put like Star Wars on the back or you know, stuff like that when I was a kid. But I had a ton of those iron-on shirts because I think my mom got them cheap because I'm pretty sure she knew the lady that ran the thing. So, you know, being a poor kid in the late 70s, early 80s, your parents made do with what they could do, and I never thought I was poor or anything. I'm sure we weren't poor, but we were probably lower class, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't know. Although when I got older, I knew what it was meant to be poor. And which, yet again, my kids never knew they were poor. So, so I hope you liked Dracula, the TV series. I believe, like I said, I remember watching it like really early in the morning or before I went to work or like in the middle of the night. I'm not sure what it was on in your market, because I believe it was on 2 different channels here locally. They may have both been Fox channels, but I don't think they were. Hell, one of them might have been just a WB affiliate. Which at one point, see, most people don't realize that some WB affiliates were only WB affiliates like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's from 8 to 10. So legitimately, there was like a 2-hour, like, like 8 hours was all that the WB existed on that network. Because the rest of the time, it was all syndicated reruns. Or just syndicated shows that were out there anyways. They'd put them on in the middle of the night. They'd put them on in the day. Just all kinds of stuff. Lots and lots and lots of talk shows. Your like Maury type stuff was on during the day, which is So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's actually a show I kind of forgot existed until a couple years ago, and I respotted the first episode again. I was like, oh, I vaguely remember this. All right, let's move forward. So I was like, oh, and then when I was putting this show together, I was like, you know what? We need to put this on here. So we did. So we're going to go to yet another show, which fingers crossed will get past YouTube. I don't know if it will. I'm hoping it will. But it is based on a great property that I love, an IP I love. This IP has one of the most tragic backstories you will ever hear in your entire life. One of the best creators worked on this book. One of the weirdest dudes I've ever met worked on this, helped create this. They've done so much with this IP over the years, some good, some bad. Some people are gonna think it's horrific what they're doing with it now. I always thought that I always loved the fact that each one was a different one. So, but we'll talk more about that after. But I want you to get ready for this. I love this show. It did really good when it was on. The only reason it ended was because during hiatus between season 1 and season 2, there was a writer's strike. The writer's strike lasted into when they should have been starting to film season 2. And it took so long that by the time they were able to come back, everybody had moved on to other things. So we never got a season 2 of this. So on that note, I'm going to let you enjoy this. This is the pilot episode. Enjoy.
Really you.
Oh, I've been waiting for you.
I can't remember anything.
Time isn't the same here.
Who are we?
It's the land of the dead. It has to be.
It really happened, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. to you.
Crow.
What's it mean?
It's a legend. Something about a second chance. Set things right, Eric.
Shelley!
I'll wait for you.
Señor, ¿estás bien? He has crossed the worlds between death and life.
People once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead.
But sometimes something so bad happens that a terrible sadness is carried with it, and a soul can't rest.
Then sometimes, just sometimes, the crow can bring the soul back to put things right.
Things can never be right. My soul will never rest until we are together again.
These flowers for you. Big Mikey paid for them. But I picked them out. Happy anniversary, I guess. I hate the people that did this to you. I hate them so much. I hate even thinking about hating them. Do you know what I really hate? Is when I'm talking to a couple of stupid graves.
They'd only talk back, huh?
Daryl, quit following me, okay?
You're supposed to be in school.
There's no classes today. It's national holiday.
Halloween? Yeah. Maybe when you get to be mayor.
You got that right.
Come on. I'll give you a lift.
I'm gonna just stay here and feel sorry for myself, okay?
No, Sarah, it's not okay.
Look, these were my friends, not yours.
You get 5 minutes. I'll wait in the car.
She's afraid of you. You're the one who ought to be afraid. He doesn't love you. I said get the damn car! Go! Go! Who are you?
Nobody. Just like you.
So how's your mom?
Darla?
Hold it, I know this guy. No, you stay.
I'm not your dog.
Hey! Tintin!
Now tell me all about your Halloween plans, huh? Since last year was so much fun.
I don't got nothing to say to you, man.
Sure you do. You got lots to say. You're a smart guy.
I ain't smart at all. Ask anybody. I'm not carrying. That's fashion, baby.
Yeah. And I'm Tommy Damn Hilfiger. Now the reason you're not carrying that new B&E you're up on.
What about it?
3 strikes. That's what. You give up the others, we'll cut a deal with the DA.
I got a public defender. He says not to talk to you.
Those 2 kids, Webster and Draven, did not deserve to die, and I got you cased in the same building 24 hours earlier.
You had that a year ago, man. You got no right to harass me. I'm walking.
All right, Tin. But just think about it, okay? Because when I nail this, and I will, you want to be helping the good guys. What are you looking at?
You can't afford that one, man. I got another one inside, though.
Smile.
Tomorrow, I love you today. I love you beyond what mortal words could say. I love you in fury. I love you in control. I love you in circles 7 times round my soul.
That was beautiful. You played it for the band yet?
No, never even wrote it down. It's all up here, just for you.
I've lived 1,000 lifetimes to find a soul like yours. A soul so pure, a soul so brave. An angel that takes my breath away. I want to lie with you forever. I want to shield you from all evil. Protect this love we found.
Oh.
I give you this, Eric, as I give you myself.
I give you this, Shelley, as I give you myself.
You're mine. Forever.
Forever didn't last too long, baby.
Tom's gonna love this.
Mistake number 1.
I know. You said never use your name out loud. Todd, we went through this.
We're gonna go over it again. You were paid for a simple suicide. This guy was supposed to take too many pills and stick a gun in his mouth instead. I get a double homicide.
It's a twofer.
It's a screw-up. If it ever happens again, it'll be your head on the shelf with all the other souvenirs from our jobs. Go ahead. Have fun. I expect a higher degree of professionalism.
We know that. Look, this thing happened a year ago.
We haven't messed up any jobs since then.
Tell him.
Albrecht's still sweating me. What? Big time.
Let's kill Albrecht and add him to the museum's collection. Tell him you're ready to roll on us and set up a meeting.
Time to beg for it.
Big for it, boy.
Go to hell. Sorry, baby. You first.
Get lost, moron. We're closed.
Change your hours.
You owe me for that window, clown man.
Tell me where you got this.
Home Shopping Network. Why the hell do you care?
I want what's mine. I want my life.
I don't sell lives.
No. You trade in death.
Thanks for your opinion. Now here's mine.
Take your time. Take a good look.
Belong to some dead rock punk. All the sickle kids come in to see it.
You got anything else from the dead rock punk?
No.
How much for this one?
You know, you're really starting to get on my nerves, man.
Give it to me.
You forgot to say trick or treat.
Give the gun to me now, and I won't kill you.
I can't help you, man, really. I don't ask questions. See, I'm not asking, huh?
Your suppliers. They must have names.
T-Bird and his crew.
Tintin, fun boy.
Now where can I find them?
Come on, my manager will kick me out if he knows you guys are there. Come on.
Hey, fun boy, go easy, bro. I don't want you hitting one of us.
He's getting oiled like my piece, man.
Black rhinos. Where'd you get them?
Some dude out of Detroit scooped them on Devil's Night.
Come on, boy. Come on. Your friend's gotta go.
Keep your pants on, Darla.
Well, that was Gideon. Some crazy clown just trashed his pawn shop. He's on the way over. Fun boy, I want you to stay here and roll out the welcome mat. And get your woman under control, will you?
I'll straighten her out.
Time to rack and pack. Here.
I want no part of this low-rent piece of junk. I don't need no firepower to put that cop to sleep.
For your information, Tim, we ain't taking no chances with Albrecht.
I'm not kidding! Come on.
You got company again, Darla?
Oh, sweetie, why don't you go and get some Halloween candy, okay? Mommy forgot.
Darla, you want to get smacked?
Come on, kid.
What are you looking at?
Great costume.
He's going, honey bun.
You want a co-wing.
Thought you quit that filthy habit.
Get out of here. Go! Touch me. Go!
Yeah, I know the place. I'll be there alone. You be there alone. Cordelia, it's me. I got a break on the Draven case. Yeah, one of the shooters wants to cut a deal. Doesn't seem to care for our Halloween plans, though. Look, I'll change after the meeting, and I'll see you there. Me too. Albrecht has left the building.
Bird.
Hey!
One boy, get it out of here.
Come here, little birdie. Fun boy's got a cracker for you.
Hi. Not nice to play with guns. I want you to give your friends a message. Very simple. Think you can remember it? Tell them the crow comes for them tonight.
A crow?
It's a bird. Sharp claws. Big, flapping wings. You've killed for money. Never come back here. Now, run for your life while you still have one.
We're still partying, man.
You're Sarah's mother. Mother is a name for God in the hearts and minds of all children. I won't hurt you.
Give me that bottle.
She's your daughter.
Oh,
Feel her sadness.
Sarah!
She doesn't hate you. Just what you've done to yourself.
Take care of him? What happened to you? Gideon's right about this guy. I don't know, he's just weird, man. Scary weird. Called himself the Crow or something.
Oh, poor baby fun boy. Got himself scared by a little birdie.
Where's T-Bird?
Inside.
Tim.
Tides of sin draw tighter and brighter. Hours become heavier waited, and the shadows smiled, dark and wild.
See, all I needed was a little heavy metal.
I told you, man, he ain't normal.
Make the first one count. Only one to a customer. You killed a woman who never did anything to you. Why? You're bored. Time to beg for it, boy. Remember? Beg for it, boy. Say your prayers, freak. What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Hey, what about Albrecht?
We'll nail him another time. This is Unit KJ-62. I got shots fired at the Old Hoover shipyard. Requesting immediate backup in an ambulance.
Roger, KJ-62 sending back in an ambulance. Over.
Whoever you are, I've got a gun. I'm not afraid to use it.
Take a number.
Eric?
So, what are we up to? 34 shell casings. Still counting.
No body, no weapon, right?
This belonged to Tintin.
Why can't any of these gangsters have real names?
Mark Tremaine, a.k.a. Tintin.
What else you got?
Hey.
What'd he say?
Albrecht. No, our mother's not going to be much help. Look, this is not a good time for me. I'll have her there by third period. Bye.
Trouble at home?
I got it covered.
Tell me exactly what led you to believe this was anything more than target practice.
I saw somebody move and I thought it was one of the shooters. I don't know.
Detective, please let's not let this become one of your epic open cases, okay? Where's the blood?
We found 60 grams of this. Some kind of ashes. Like charcoal. Lab's running it.
I can see that. Is this a barbecue or a homicide, Detective?
I don't have a theory yet, Lieutenant.
Get one, Detective.
Eric, I need you to say something so I know I'm not dreaming. Eric? Eric?
Shirley!
Sarah!
Hey,
Is Shelley okay too?
I thought I saw her. You're not the only one who thinks you're dreaming.
I don't know where to start. I mean, how can you be alive? I saw you. You were dead a year ago and last night.
Sarah, there's a lot I don't know.
I'm sorry you're hurt. I can ask ask 100 million questions later.
I'm not the same guy you knew.
Tell me about it. So, are you like an angel now, or what?
I don't think so.
I do.
Too angry to be an angel. One of the men who did this was at your mother's apartment. You know,
Fun boy? Total loser.
they're gonna pay for what they did to Shelley.
Didn't do you any favors either. Sorry. Probably should just keep my mouth shut.
No, something else.
Sarah, it's me. You in there?
Stay there, I'm coming. It's a call from your case. It's a long story. I'll let him drop me off at school, then I'll be right back. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Whatever happened to back off, Daryl? You're not my dad.
Look, I'll be late for early lunch if we don't go. I'm trying to go. Do you want me to go?
Okay.
Let's just go.
I'll go. What don't you want me to see, Sarah?
No, no. Don't freak, okay?
Whoever you are, I want your hands to reach for the ceiling. I want you to step out. Real slow.
Tough guy. This okay?
Holy mother. Did he hurt you?
Leave him alone. He's been through hell.
Hey. Sarah, take off. Go to school.
Check you later.
Are you Eric Draven?
Not if it's a crime.
You and me, we're gonna have to talk. So if you're Draven, where you been lately?
I don't know.
You don't want to answer the question?
That is my answer.
See, that's going to be a problem for me, because I'm going to need specifics. Places, phone numbers, people who can corroborate your story.
There is no story. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not even sure what day it is.
Really? It's exactly 1 year and 1 day since you were supposedly murdered. That surprise you?
Nothing surprises me lately.
Let's start with who the other guy was. A man was thrown from a 16th floor window. You tell me you don't know who he was?
That was me.
But you're here. So you couldn't be here if that was you.
But here I am.
Okay. Let's try this again. Last time anybody saw you alive was the afternoon of October 31st. Stop and go at West Hatcher. You bought milk and a box of raisin cereal. You remember that?
You did your homework.
I had to. I'm investigating a murder.
Hey, kid. I gotta talk to you. I just want you to understand that we were never at your place last night, all right? How it would be, bad for your mama if you were to remember anything different.
Yeah, well, you guys got a lot bigger problems than me talking to the cops.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Like the guy you thought you killed last night? He's not dead.
Hold it.
Why is she here?
The freak who showed up instead of the cop?
This would be the same dude you and your playmates emptied half a dozen guns into last night.
Mm-hmm. She thinks he's alive.
Dream on, kid.
You guys are such losers. Just want to watch them kick your butts.
the museum with the rest of the souvenirs. A word. Just one and you die. Kids.
Can't keep me here. You have to let me go. Gotta get out of here.
I can hold you 72 hours without charging you.
Charging me? For what?
Let's talk about your roommate, Shelley Webster.
You're unbelievable.
No! Wrong! A man who leaves the day of a double murder and then comes back a year later without an alibi, he's unbelievable. You and Shelley fight often? Did you know it took 31 hours for her to die?
Shut up.
The last words to cross her lips was your name?
Don't do this.
My job is to find justice for that woman. I'll do whatever I have to do.
T-Bird, Funboy, Tintin, those are your killers.
Careful, Draven. Careful before you point the finger. Premeditation costs a lot more than a crime of passion, which you seem about ready to commit again.
I am done talking to you.
I got a whole file of you and your temper. You lost it the night Shelley died, didn't you?
Leave me alone.
Or what? You gonna kill me too? Look, your confession now can make the difference between life and death for you.
The difference between life and death? You have no idea.
Detective, Lieutenant Vincennes wants to speak with you.
Not now!
He says it's urgent.
We're just getting started. Open it.
So you reopened the Draven case?
Never actually closed it.
Who exactly have you been interrogating in there?
Might be Eric Draven.
Your victim?
Not if it's really him.
Have any evidence?
Not yet. I think we start with exhuming the grave.
Yeah, slow down. What about motive?
Crime of passion. You know, maybe he caught her in bed with another guy, killed them both. He had a temper.
That's a big maybe. You know what? I'm gonna go talk to your man myself. Where is he? Where's your man?
Here. He was just here.
Facts. I like facts. The fact is, there's nobody in this room.
This is impossible.
Detective, you read the papers? So you're aware there's a lot of people out there who'd love to see this department take a fall. You've been set up.
No. This is the biggest break since the night of the murder.
All right, you are walking on the wild side of that thin blue line, my friend.
Yeah, I need something to talk about when I'm hanging. Yeah, I need something to get it out. Get it out of my system and into your hands. Get it out of my system and into your hands. Cause shields get on the outside. Well done, yeah. Yeah, so you let it out. Get it out of my system and into your hands. Get it out of my
Now where were we? We captured, right? And I want to make a complaint to the management. Coming? Go to hell. Sorry, baby. You first.
Birdman didn't stay dead.
I'll meet you downstairs.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
Live by the sword. Keep your edge. Damn, you're even ugly for a clown.
Before you go away,
want to know why you killed her.
You'll have to be a little more specific. I do a lot of business.
Shelley Webster.
Oh, yeah. She was hot.
Simple question. Why kill an innocent woman?
Who sent you? Hurry up and die. T, get my wheels and meet me in the alley. A little C4 in the night ought to blow our friend straight to hell this time.
Showing more this.
That's nice.
All her pee. All. Oh, God. For you. Did they hurt you?
You know, you and Shelley aren't the only ones these guys killed.
No. You don't want to see this. Why? Why Shelley?
Because she got in the way. Because somebody wanted her boyfriend dead.
She died because she knew me?
Yeah. And don't ask who, because she's a hell of a lot scarier than you're ever gonna be.
Shelley sends her regards.
Eric! I'd kill him too. But Shelley wouldn't.
Wait! All of their pain. All at once. Wait! All for you.
So this thing is ordered. Hamburger and fries coming right up. Extra cheese, please.
Eric, I think we should go.
Oh, I'm drunk.
I don't think there's a lot of people who are gonna leave your story just now.
Why should they? I don't.
I don't know how you came back,
Tastes like chicken.
but I'm glad you did.
Oh, coils and things, coils and things,
So what do you do now?
Try to even things out.
Load them up, boys.
My soul can't rest until I've said things right.
Flush. Flush.
You never used to talk like that.
So the snake. With a little lamb. Flush.
Things have changed.
What's in the coffee?
Coffee.
Ooh, are we getting our act together again?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, whatever.
Gonna need your help, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm not real good at holding hands.
Need your lunch. If I have to do this, you gotta go back to school.
Peanut butter? I'm not in kindergarten.
I'm sorry, I thought. Forget it. Throw it out.
Wait. I'll eat it. Just don't start going to PTA meetings, all right?
Procedure says we're supposed to get this to a city-approved mortuary before we open it.
Open it, really. The heat's on me.
What is this, some kind of joke, Albrecht?
If it is, I'm not in on it.
Just in time for back to school, it's a grand opening of the kids store at Montgomery Ward. All across America, they're celebrating with great prices on brand name fashions. You'll find low prices every day on Gaetano, Lee, Billy the Kid, and the kids store guarantees will match any store's advertised sale price, even on Kotler, Sasan, and more. Make a stop at the grand opening celebration of all kids stores. Montgomery Ward, the brand name savings store. My husband told me he was bringing home a puppy for the kids, but he didn't say anything about a St. Bernard puppy. He needs a bigger car. No problem.
At Payless, satisfying you is our #1 goal. That's why when you purchase an item at Payless, you can be sure we stand behind everything we sell to your complete satisfaction, or we'll cheerfully make an exchange or refund your money.
All right.
We're dedicated to serving you better with complete customer satisfaction. That's the Payless way.
You know, I give friends crap. I give my friends that are juggalos crap. And I give my friends that are Kiss fans crap. I always say stuff like that. Kiss. You get the Kiss, cool Kiss stuff. I always tell my friends, I was like a really big Kiss fan. And then I discovered cool music. And then I grew up. I absolutely loved Kiss when I was like, you know, a little kid. Because they looked really, really cool. And then I discovered a lot better music. And I will give crap to my friends that are juggalos just because I don't mean nothing by it. I joke around. Be a juggalo, have fun. Be a Kiss fan, have fun. If you're having fun and you're not hurting anybody, hell yeah, enjoy it. People give me crap for being the comic book guy and the video game guy and the guy that collects Star Wars stuff and helmets and stuff. So I don't care. We give each other crap. That's what you do. That's what you gotta enjoy. So, all right. Hopefully you just watched The Crow, the pilot episode. Crow Stairway to Heaven was a really good show. I watched this every week when it was on, the initial run. Mark Dacascos was the Eric character. Got to meet him at Horror Hound now 2 years ago now. Super cool dude. And the best part about it is he was the chairman on Iron Chef America. And we told him our story about our kids, and he laughed his butt off and signed it. Because I don't know if you've ever watched Iron Chef America. He would always come out and he goes, "Today's secret ingredient." And he went one time, he's like, "Today's secret ingredient is a mango." And he drags it out, mango. So anytime me and my kids, me, Brandon, or Joe, go to Kroger's or a grocery store and there's mangoes, I'm like, "Joe, Brandon, what? Mangoes!" And we told him the story. Me and Tina told him the story. And he goes, "I'm so sorry." He's like, "Oh, no, you don't need to be sorry about it. It's funny." And people look at us like we're crazy people because we are crazy people. So, a little bit of side story for The Crow. I've met Jim O'Barr, the creator of The Crow, I don't know, a dozen times over the last 30 years, close to it. I got into The Crow a little later. I got the trade paperback from Kitchen Sink Press. I got it about 2 years before the Crow movie. Then I showed it to Tina, and I got Tina loving The Crow. And then the movie came out. I was a big Bruce Lee fan. I was a Brandon Lee fan. I liked some of his other movies he did. Showdown in Little Tokyo, Rapid Fire, Laser Mission, Rage of Honor. He was really good and severely underrated. Matter of fact, my son Brandon is Brandon Lee because of Brandon Lee. Actually, his full name is Brandon Xavier Spicer Lee, but that's beside the point. He's named after him because I love The Crow. But The Crow has a horribly tragic backstory. Jim O'Barr's girlfriend was murdered in front of his house in Detroit. And The Crow was his way of dealing with everything that happened. He dealt with it, and I don't think, and mind you, I've known him, I've met, I don't know him, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, we're like friends or anything. I don't even know if he'd recognize me at this point. It's been a few years since I seen him last time. But we would always joke around because he was always at Motor City Con, of course, because he's in Detroit. But you could tell he was a broken man. There was something. There's no shine behind his eyes, I guess, is what you'd want to say. Literally one of the hardest smoking people I've ever met in my entire life. He was at conventions where there was no smoking, and he's literally just smoking in the building, didn't care. He's like smoking a cigarette, lighting the next cigarette, putting that cigarette out. He's just lighting them off one another. You'd sit there and watch him. He'd smoke a pack in an hour. And how that man's still alive is beyond me. But one of the best things is years and years ago, there was a comic book company called North Star Press. North Star was notorious not paying their talent. One day I walked up and it was Tim Vigil, Dave Quinn, Guy Davis, Vince Locke, Jim O'Barr, and I can't remember who else. It was a bunch. Oh, maybe Kyle Hotz. It was a bunch of people who had worked for North Star. Matter of fact, Faust Comics started off in North Star. And so I take this book up called The Best of North Star, and I take it up to Jim, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't do anything in this book." And I was like, "Yeah, you did." He goes, "No, I didn't." I flipped open the page. I'm like, "Jim O'Barr, right here." And he's like, "Well, they never paid me for this." He signed the book. Tim Vigil and Dave Quinn are laughing down there, and he's like, "Ha! North Star get you too. They didn't pay you either." And I was like, "I don't know what you guys are laughing at then, because you're in this book too." And they were both like, "What?" They signed the book. They're like, "Dude, we're not going to not sign your book. You are a fan. You bought it." He goes, "But now," he goes, "we got to make some phone calls come Monday." So, long story short, I think I got North Star Comics in problems. So, because, I took a book up that wasn't supposed to exist to comic book artists who created the book, who didn't know that because they were never paid for that book. So, but there's your little tidbit of information for The Crow and Jim O'Barr and other comic book guys who worked for the same companies at one point. So, all right. So on that note, I'm going to do the rundown, of course. Mondays, Group Therapy TV podcast. Thursdays, Talk and Roll on a Talk and Roll channel. Fridays, SciFridays. Saturdays, Saturday morning serials. This week, I think I'm gonna mix it up a little bit more, man. I got a completely different lineup this week, man. Pretty much. stuff I haven't aired in a while, some stuff I have aired, but we're mixing it up. And I made it really hard for you to read, so you can't read it if you even pause the thing, because Vince got a hold of it, and so I just wrote over it, whatever. So, all right, I want to say thank you to all you guys in here in the streams every week. I want to say a thank you to some of the new people, Redline, New World, Rabbit. You guys are awesome. You guys are really cool. Swamp, 41054, Black Phoenix, Johnny, Autumn. You're awesome, Autumn. Way Out Toys. You guys are cool. If you're ever in that area, up in northeastern Ohio, check out Way Out Toys. I should do commercials for you guys. Newfie, Tarek, Brian, just all you guys are awesome here every week, hanging out with us, Warren. So you guys are really, really cool. I want to thank you guys a million times over. And remember, Piqua Comic-Con returns June 22nd and 23rd. This is going to be our biggest one ever. It's going to be 2 days instead of one. We have... No, not 3. We're only doing 2 days, bud. So... 2 days. You want to come and say hi to everybody before this show's over? Go! Come here, give me hugs. Oh, gotta love him.
Actually, the rest of it.
Give him a big... All right. So... On that note, check us out at the Knights of St. John's Hall in Piqua, Ohio. You can check us out. We're on Facebook. You can look up me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that funness. So on that note, I want you all to take care, and I'll see you all there. Captain out. Bye.